Have you been able to find it?
Yeah.
Hello and howdy, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Right there it is.
I ain't finding it.
Oh, Lord, it's hot tonight. I'm about to burn up. We've worked this evening hard. Hey,
Hey,
Ashley.
Ashley.
How are you? Oh, Papa Rock. That's who I need to send it to.
Well, I don't guess I'll find it.
It just come up a few minutes ago.
It was the other channel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Howdy, Dez.
Hello, Des.
Sorry, y'all. I've been sitting here looking, trying to find it on my phone, and I can't find it. Like I said, I don't get notifications, so you know. Ashley's cooking dinner. What we cooking?
Look, I made pizza.
Oh.
Homemade pizza. I made it. It's pretty good. I ain't got to eat yet.
There
This
we
is
go.
I've eat half of one. Live on the lazy after hours. I'm trying to send Papa Rock one so he can find us. Cause I don't know. I don't think he was in here whenever we was telling everybody. Cause I know he's in the hospital the first time.
Well, he was in on it last night for a minute or for a little
Oh,
bit,
was he?
wasn't he?
I
Or
thought it.
no,
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 that was
no,
the
that
other
was the other
one.
one. That's right. I thought he come in though after we went to the other channel for a little bit,
I don't
but I
know.
can't remember. Today just ain't been a good day for me, so I actually making chicken and dumplings.
I
Desiree
thought
made
you
a
had. Did you rewarm your chicken and dumplings, or did you make them last night for tonight?
Desiree said she's making a grilled chicken salad and sending it to Josh. Well, thanks.
Exactly.
We're closer than he is.
I think I got everybody. I'm not sure.
All righty.
There we go. Now,
Oh, oh Lordy. I'm about ready to just
okay.
hide my head under a pillow.
Hello, Red. How are you?
Yes, howdy, girl.
Hello, Brenda. How are
Well,
you?
howdy. I know something I got to do real
We
quick.
missed you, girlfriend. Where you been?
Hey, what I wanted to
We've
do.
missed you bad. She wants you to send Josh the link, I think. Is what they said.
Oh, no wonder I can't do what I'm trying to do. Good reason.
Why you on it?
I'm on the wrong one.
That's what I figured.
Y'all just gonna have to overlook me tonight. I'm just telling you right now.
He's had a bad day. I sent one to Papa Rock. I'll try to send him a thing.
Now then, see if I can't do what I was trying to do. There we go. Oh,
What?
you told me to send.
Joshua Link.
Link.
That's what Des said. Said she
Oh, I
didn't.
need to. I'm gonna throw my phone here in a
Oh,
minute.
go ahead and slap the link up.
I done did.
Okay, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Oh,
Hello, Miss Jackie. How are you? Miss Brenda is a very busy woman. We went and done all the feeding this evening, and we had to wait for it to quit raining, of course. And I mean, it poured today. It poured and poured and poured. We still under a flood advisory.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain some more than that, Daddy was saying.
And after we got all the feeding done, then we had to unload the big dump trailer full of bread. Well, we throwed and we throwed and we throwed and we throw some more. And I told Glenn, or Glenn told me, I got to go in and take a break. And I was like, thank goodness.
And like somebody come in.
Yep.
Yeah, Miss Red. Oops, let me move that.
Oh, wait a minute.
I tell you what, it's got to quit raining. It's killing my sage. It's waterlogging it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's been raining for 4 days.
It's rained here all week, and I think it rained. I mean, it's rained every day this week. I'm not sure about last Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, because we was at Stevie's and it come up a storm. So it rained here last Saturday and Sunday, plus all this week. And the buckets that we feed out of are like 3.5 gallons. And today, those buckets was slap full of rain.
Wow.
Yeah. So it poured.
I mean, I always make the joke of, at least we ain't got to water the garden today, but we ain't going to have a garden if it doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. If you hear feedback.
Hello, Dez.
If you hear feedback, hold on. It's just me.
All right.
I know Glenn went and threw out some salad seeds today, and I thought, why in the world? They all going to be washed away. You wouldn't believe the
I
water
just throwed out a
standing.
little just to see if I can get a few started early.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't grown nothing else this year. Maybe I can grow a little bit of.
Our maters are doing good.
Well, you done that.
Well,
did you get my message, April?
I don't know, Rim.
I said I could help y'all with your about page. I could use the sentence that I said last night about, having fun and all that.
Well, that'd be fine. Yes, Shaky, it is.
Well, howdy, Shaky.
Hey,
well,
Shaky.
Looky, can you believe this?
Hey, Brenda.
We've missed you so much. We thought maybe you got mad at us.
No, I was talking to her when you typed to me live. I was talking to her.
I can't figure out how to send him a link because I ain't got him on Messenger. And I don't know how to do it on my phone to put it through regular text.
Here, do it on mine. I think, Josh.
Oh.
I may have to send him a message.
It might be the easiest.
Yes,
Because I ain't up on all that good stuff good yet. And
I know that if you send him a message, he'll respond. I have
Shaky? You looking in the mirror talking to yourself?
I have a wreath on my door that I made.
Again.
I made a wreath for my door.
You did?
Oh, cool.
Yes.
You'll have to show it to us.
My second craft ever.
Oh.
I've done so many crafts in my life, it's unreal. Anywhere between painting ceramics to making cards to doing wreaths to the shit.
I'm not crafty at all. So it's a miracle.
Oh, I love making crafts.
I
All right.
do too.
Well, hello, Jackie.
Well, of course I am, Jackie.
I sent this to my daughter so that I could download it from her from Messenger. But
Well,
That's
pretty.
pretty. I like
Put it
that.
up big, Glenn. I can't.
Okay, y'all have to remind me of stuff tonight. Now I'm telling you, my mind is not.
that's what I made.
I like
I
Oh,
that.
hear
that's
you.
That's that door.
pretty.
I like that.
Oh yeah, they can. One of them almost jumped out on me. Taking them out to the pen today.
The ducks
Geese,
or geese?
the baby geese.
Okay, Shaky,
Wow.
sleep well.
Shaky, we love
Ye-
you. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you and
One of
Jack
Good
them.
are
night,
busy.
Shaky.
Real
Yep.
quick.
Brenda, do you have ducks?
Yeah, I have runner ducks.
Do you know what kind of ducks has got feathers up on top of their head like a mohawk?
No.
You need to watch Cog Hill Farm. I think they have one like that.
Really?
Or yeah,
That wouldn't surprise me.
No.
or
Them
or
or White House on the Hill, either one. They do a lot of
yeah,
odd
they're friends.
birds.
So
I know Carla's neighbor. Well, they don't live, they probably about as close to us as they are Carla, but they've got ducks, and they've got those that's got the
No
mohawks. Aww.
She said, "Do you have? Does she have ducks?"
oh,
Oh, come on. I know. Tell Mom about it. Tell me all about it. Yeah, I know. Life is hard, ain't it, honey? Oh,
that's
it
a
is.
youngin. Oh my goodness, that's a youngin.
Yeah,
That
these
is
are
so
about what,
sweet.
5 or 6 weeks old now.
That's a youngin.
Oh yeah,
Gosh.
Oh,
those are
He's big for that.
Chinese geese.
Yep, the one that
Oh.
stand up and walk, or
I
waddle.
found it. It is a
Yeah, the
it's
runner
a
ducks
breed.
stand upright and walk.
They're called Afro ducks. Is a breed of domestic crested duck, and it looks like it has a mohawk that goes from one side of its head to the other.
Yep, my sister's wanting one, and I thought if I could, because they got one, and Carla's wanting one so bad. And I thought if I could figure out, if anybody knew what kind they was and if they was hard to raise or anything, I'd try to find her one.
Here, I'll
The
put
problem
the
right now is a lot of your hatcheries are no longer hatching duck eggs.
yeah, it's
So
getting
it'll be
about
hard
too
to
late
find
for them.
it'll be hard to find now till next year.
Yep.
Because I don't know
Yep,
them.
that's the one I just looked up. Yes.
Yeah, I just put it here so that way she could see the spelling and everything.
Because I know they've not been there, but how long? They just got everything moved in and set up, but they're at the
Pretty much.
end of her road. I mean, they probably ain't been there 6 months altogether. And I just don't know about pulling in and saying, hey, how much would you sell one of them little ducks to me for? Because all I've seen so far is just one like that. So.
The goose is gone, okay?
Wait a minute. I actually just looking at them. Ooh. It's actually quite a bit of them. They could be anywhere between yellow to white to.
This one's black.
Okay, that's the one I had looked.
I thought it was white.
No, I think it's black. Unless he's got two. Put red up.
Does it look like that?
Hang on.
Right
Does he look like he's got that much on his head?
not the one that I seen, but now.
Because the one that I think, now he may be just a baby, but it looks like a straight up
Pretty doggone good size.
mohawk.
Here's this one too.
Go back to Diaz, honey. She needs to be put up. Hold on, Diaz. He's getting her.
I'm trying.
Yeah, and they got yellow ones too.
Yeah, now that looks like them. Solid black.
Yeah, they're a crested duck breed. See, there's the different
Oh,
varieties.
they're so pretty. See, even far away, my glasses is so old I can't really see them good.
Jackie said I call them Phyllis Diller chickens.
There we
That's
go.
that's what I was going to say. They look like Phyllis Diller.
We
Yeah,
had
we
some,
got-
Or Dolly Parton.
we had some Polish chickens that looked like Phyllis Diller hairdos.
No, I would say that the ducks that look like Dolly Parton probably is big breasted.
Well,
Uh,
now we got the little
That's him.
Polish chickens that
That-
look like that.
that's them Cornish crows.
Oh, big breasted,
Uh-huh.
no doubt. Meat bird.
No, the Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah.
What's the ones that Jason from Cog Hill has? He calls one Q-tip and the other one Dolly. And they got the poof. They got the poof with the feathers.
Polish.
Okay. Yeah, they're so funny when he goes and greets the chickens. Oh, there's Q-tip and there's Phyllis.
Mm.
And the men in black.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see the pea chicks all grown up.
Oh yeah.
They found a spot on top of the mulch pile to sleep at night.
I
we
love
had-
peacocks. I absolutely love peacocks.
Yeah.
I
they're
love
beautiful.
peacocks too, but you're talking expensive birds.
And you're also
Yeah.
talking very
Yes,
loud,
very.
very vocal birds.
They are vocal, but they will let you know if anybody's around or anything
yeah.
that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
We used to have them years ago.
I had one. Walked out
Thank-
my back door one morning and there it was looking at me.
Hey, I'm here.
Did
No
they
idea
have
where it came from, but it decided
or
to make
five?
itself at home here.
I think 3. I think it was 2 girls and 1 boy.
Yeah, I think Daddy had 3. Well, didn't he hatch 1 or 2?
Well,
Hey,
he had
Josh.
2. And then the boy was the one that whatever crawled in and just bit his head off. He lived.
Oh, you talking about a different group than what I there too.
Oh,
The
Well, hi,
oh,
Josh.
I'm talking about the girl
Hey,
got up there
Josh.
hollering and got run over, and then the boy sat up there and squawked. He died.
yeah. I mean, you talking about the ones that was over here, up here in the barn.
Yeah. I think him was up here.
Yep.
Hi, Susan.
And I was talking about those down there. Hello,
Yep.
Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, there she is.
Howdy.
Hi,
And
is
hey, Josh, I'm
everybody?
sorry. I didn't say hello.
I made a really good salad tonight. Oh my gosh. We did not want to cook, and we went up to Publix. They just brought out rotisserie chicken, so we made a spring mix salad. So we got the spring mix, and we added craisins, feta cheese, the small bell peppers, the orange, yellow, and red ones. The kids had baby tomato, the cherry tomatoes. I don't like cherry tomatoes. And then we had the grilled chicken in with it, and then I had a balsamic vinaigrette up with it. Oh, such a good dinner.
I hear you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we didn't want to cook. So we went and got all the ingredients and threw it in and had that for dinner.
That sounds like a good salad.
Yeah, and who's got it? Whataburger has got a really good grilled chicken salad with apples and cranberries in it.
I
With
love
the-
We
cranberries.
don't
Also,
have
yeah.
a lot of burger around here.
Yeah, we didn't have it up north either. It's more like a southern.
It
it's-
is.
It's a southern thing. It's better than well. It's better than. I'm trying to think. What do you have for fast food restaurants up north, up in your area, besides McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's?
There's
Whataburger. Hardee's. Okay, so Whataburger's burgers are up there with
Susan.
Hardee's. Hardee's has got a really good no carb burger. Instead of having the bun on your burger, they wrap it in lettuce so you don't get the carbs.
Cool. I
Yeah.
did
If I'm
that
going
years
to eat
ago.
out
With
at a fast food restaurant, I am not eating uh,
I was wondering why
food
I didn't
that's
want
actually
water.
supposed to be good for you. We all know fast foods ain't good for you.
Hey, look, you can have it with no bread, but you still have all the ingredients inside of it. And then when I
That's
can't have
not,
a lot of salt, so I go with no salt fries. So my fries are fresh and they're hot.
but that's not the same. I mean, it's called fast food for a reason. It's called fast food because it'll give you high cholesterol.
It's fast. Not
Freaking
with me.
lettuce won't.
I slow it
No,
down.
Red.
Everybody needs fresh, hot, salty French fries to dip in their
I can't. Not with your blood pressure.
sundae, chocolate sundae.
Red, that ain't the reason they called it fast food. Most
Okay.
time you was in a hurry, you hurried up and eat, and it just went straight on through and right on back out. So you get to
Hence
start and
goes
do it
back.
again.
Hence
That's what happens.
It goes back to the fast food because you don't know how
Oh,
fast it's going to go through your body.
oh, they want it to go through fast so they can sell you some more.
I keep on hoping for a really good Chinese restaurant down here. There's none.
They ain't
None.
none
No.
nowheres.
Up in Boston, we have really good Chinese
No,
food.
they ain't no good Chinese place nowhere.
That
I can't
Susan.
even stand the smell of that stuff, let alone to try to taste it. Ugh.
Susan, wait back at you, Brenda.
Now, I've been trying to find a good Mexican
I do
restaurant
the
around,
same
but
thing
there
all
ain't
the
none of them
time.
around here.
Down here, we have a few, but it's like a hit or miss depending on who's cooking.
I don't
Now,
like Mexican restaurants.
down in Laredo, Texas, boy, they had that one down there. Lord have mercy.
My
They
That
also
second
was
had other things
Mexican
down in
restaurant
Texas
burnt.
you don't want to talk about.
some good food.
I'm still trying to find a good place to eat down here. I've been here 12 years and everything stinks. Oh, like, wait a minute. I'm in a 21 and over. Everything sucks.
Yep, that's right. You can say it on here.
Um, they used to be. Well, that's too far away from you though to drive. That's over on the other side.
Now there's Mexican restaurants up in like Salem and
The
all
bigger
that.
cities. Yeah. For this being a state capital, it should never have been a state capital.
Well, Salem, Virginia, to me is not really a big city.
Either is Tallahassee. Either is
Hey, did
Tallahassee.
anybody hear what was going on in Columbus, Ohio today?
Uh-uh.
I don't have the news. I don't have cable, so I don't get the news.
I ain't hear nothing.
Well,
What
somebody posted that they heard on the scanner that they were calling all the troopers into the what is it, the state senate or whatever that's there, but they never did know why, and they were calling them in silent, no sirens.
I don't know.
Now I'm
So
gonna have to. I'm
I'm
gonna have to
eating
do a
cotton
search.
candy. That's what I'm eating.
All right, hold
Ah,
on. Columbus, Ohio news.
My cousin lives up in Columbus, Ohio. I'll ask him later on what's up.
I'm thinking it's through the state house protest.
could be something went awry with it. I don't know. I know they were calling them all in, but they were calling them in on silent mode, no sirens.
It's hard telling.
Yeah,
It
that's
is with this time in this world in this days and times.
I've
Well,
held on to this cotton candy since the fair.
Oh,
That was been
Glenn
5 days
loves cotton
ago.
candy.
Oh, you like
oh,
cotton
it used
candy?
to. I ain't had none in a long time.
But who did? He
Every
absolutely.
every diabetic suicide mode. Cotton candy.
Yep, exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, Red. Wait a minute. You need to put Brenda up. Hold on, Brenda.
Oh,
Chocolate.
Oh gosh, milk chocolate.
Godiva.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Oh gosh, you guys, I went shopping at Kohl's yesterday.
Uh huh.
It sounds crazy, but I got me some gloves for this winter.
We're back up.
They're fingerless gloves, but they have the mitt
Oh,
that buttons here, and then you just fold it over when you want to keep your fingers all warm.
Yep.
yeah.
And they're sheepskin lined.
Oh my
Ah.
gosh. I bet
wait till
those
she
are
tells you how
warm.
much they were.
They had them marked down to $7.50 a pair. They were
Wait, what?
30
Wait a
something
minute.
dollars.
What is that?
Gloves.
They're
Are those
gloves,
are those the fingerless gloves?
Yeah.
yes, but they had
I
the mitten. They
I've
had the
been
mitten on them that
I've
you
been
can
looking
pull
for,
over.
well, I've been looking for those like crazy.
Honey, I got them at Kohl's yesterday. They had them marked down to 750, and then everything that was marked down when you got to the register, they took another 50% off of.
Oh my
I got
god.
2 pair of these, and I got these, the Godiva chocolates. I spent $1.55 for everything.
Look, I live in Florida.
Oh
They're
my
not
God,
going to
he's
have
still
those here.
choking on his cotton candy. It went down the wrong way.
Get
Uh
some
oh,
water.
Oh,
you're not supposed to inhale it, girl.
oh,
Right.
Lord have mercy.
I bet that's rough.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
much
But
were
they
they
won't.
originally, Brenda?
they were originally, I think, 34.90 something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they won't have that here down in Florida.
I spent $1.55 for everything
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
because I
That
had a
was
$10 off
wonderful.
coupon when I got to the checkout.
What are you
Yeah, I've
doing?
been
Yeah.
looking for a pair. I need to find a
Oh,
pair
Lucas
online.
and Billy.
I want them for my arms so I can keep my arms covered and not have to wear a big sweater.
I
Why
use the
are you so
fingerless
cold?
gloves
I'm
a
not
lot.
cold. Okay, you want to know why I wear? All right, this is why I wear. I wear. See all that,
Yeah,
Hmm.
so?
and then see this one.
So?
People think I have AIDS when I don't have AIDS, or I'm contagious, and so I get treated really bad. I get really nasty looks, and so this is why I wear gloves. I wear long sleeve even in the summertime.
Oh well, if that was
So
the case, I'd be completely covered head to toe.
I
Well,
work with. I work with. I worked.
I was told a
Well,
I
long
don't
time
care if
ago,
people don't
when
like
you
how
let
I look.
other people dictate on how you think about yourself, whether, scars and all, you're not controlling your
no,
life.
the
They are.
problem is the problem is when you work in the food industry or the health industry, people are freaked out. And when they see that, they think you're contagious and they don't want you touching their shit. And then when you work in a medical field, they think you're also contagious and you got something going on with you. So that's why I always wear long sleeves and stuff to cover up the scars. And when I don't wear them, I get the nasty looks from people. So and now it's just a habit over the years of wearing long sleeve and long pants during the summer and
Forgive
year
me, but
round.
people need to shut the fuck up and mind their own business and not freak out on everything.
I know that, but when you're
True.
working with food and babies and mothers are pregnant, it's you can't. It's people are freaked out.
Yeah, but Des, you're not at work right now. You're at
I
home.
know that, but it's just because I've been
She's
You've been
mistreated.
conditioned herself
programmed.
to wear that sweater all the time.
She's been programmed to wear it. That's exactly what it is. She's been programmed.
Mhm.
It's a habit now that I don't want people to think look at me in disgust.
Red Josh said, "Chew them bones up."
Well, like I said, I swallowed that cotton candy and it went down my throat the wrong way, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's trying to kill
He
me."
wants to know why Dez needs gloves.
Because it covers me up from here to here. So then if I'm wearing a 3/4 length shirt, my arm is covered, but my fingers are available to type on the computer and do whatever I have to do. And then I don't have to wear this big bulky sweater because I'm covered on my arms. That's why. Fingerless gloves, that comes right across the top of my fingers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's it.
I wear them all winter long, but that's because of the lupus and the Raynaud's.
I
I
know,
figure she,
I know exactly what you need, Des.
What's that?
They're cool. They're really cool. Comes in all different kinds of patterns and colors and stuff like that. And what they are is like it's you put it on, it's like a sleeve, but it's not attached to your shirt. You can put it underneath your shirt, and it goes
Hmm.
all the way up. You wear them for like the garden, like when you're going out to the garden or whatever, so you don't get scratched. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah, it's
I know, but I needed a cross here to cover this.
Nobody's gonna pay attention to that.
They do at work. They
Dez
do.
does whether it matters if anybody else does or not.
Well, how do you hide your hands at work?
I'm out there and I have to type and then I have to give them their receipts and their money and their paperwork and I'm hands on like it's just a regular desk and it's you sitting right there next to me, across from me or next to me and they see it all.
Do they say anything?
No, because they try to keep it quiet, but I've had the stares and I've had people step away when they don't want to shake my hand or anything, even after washing my hands.
That's awful.
it is.
Brenda, Josh wants to know if you're going to Kentucky.
Skinner Farms. As far as I know, we're going.
If you can get gas.
That ain't Skinner.
Yeah, if I
That's
can
just
get gas by then.
That's
good
just
on
Josh.
I got gas yesterday, 418 at Sam's Club.
We got it for 419 again. So I hope it's
I
no,
going
I
paid
to
got it for
426 for it.
386.
Yeah, it's coming down. Hopefully
But
Yeah,
by
they're
then,
saying it's going to turn around and take a huge hike.
yeah, but that's in 3 months. So let's see, July, August, September. So hopefully at the end of September, once the event is over, you have the gas to go.
Hopefully.
Did you hear it thundering and
Uh-uh.
stuff?
But you never know.
Hell,
Things could be better in three
I'm
months.
full of gas.
So
Des, I got another question to ask you.
what's that?
You said that they look at your hands anyways, right?
Yeah.
Well, these are lightweight. You don't have to wear a heavy freaking sweater. They cover your arms. They're really pretty. They're very attractive. And they're going to see your hands
Oh,
anyway.
Susan got gas for free.
She must
You
have
know.
beans for dinner.
She must.
I
That's
don't
what
want
I
to wear.
started
I
saying.
don't want to
She
wear
had
the
a big
sweater.
plate full of
That's why I
beans,
was looking
didn't
for
she?
the gloves. Because then I don't
That's
have to
why
wear.
you don't get it. That's why I was talking about those arm things. You said they
Right, but I
see your
wanted
Yeah,
hands.
to cross.
that
I
meetup
want.
is always a lot of fun.
I wanted to cross here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cro-
but
She had
you know
beans for dinner.
what you want and what you get is going to be two different things.
You know what, Des? Everybody has their scars in life. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but I'm 58 years old and I've been dealing with this since I was 13, and it still hurts. It still hurts, and even at work, I was getting bullied about it. Not at this, not at the with the babies, but I get the looks, and I get the,
Let me
you know what I
ask you
mean?
something. You don't think that this wheelchair doesn't stand out like a sore fucking thumb? Because I have news for you. It does.
I know it does.
especially when they're screaming at you when they're behind you.
Or when they're sitting on their toes.
Yeah.
I've got
Running
my
over
wheelchair
dogs.
and my walker as well,
Or
Or
but
she
Yep.
dumps it
I get
over and shows her butt.
Oh
Exactly.
gosh, Josh, that sounds like a good video. She's making a pork tenderloin and making baked beans
Oh,
tomorrow.
But I
You
make
are
what
every
doing
time
a
is
when I
dinner,
video,
Josh?
right?
I'll make do with what I got. If people stare at me, they can stare at me. I don't care.
I get
That's
stared at in my
it.
wheelchair
You know
as well.
what, Des?
I
I
get
put
pushed
up with
around.
people my whole life who didn't like me simply because of who my father was.
I know,
I
but
got a lot of people
judging
just don't like me, just period.
people.
Well, I've
Few
got a
more
few of those
today.
too.
Yeah, y'all
I
ain't
don't see
asking
how.
why he's mad. I
Why
can't
are you
believe
mad?
nobody's asking why he's mad.
Why are you mad?
Well, I didn't see no foam coming out his mouth.
You didn't see the name, the title of the live?
Yeah, I saw that, but
Little family feud today.
It doesn't matter if you made one before, Josh. Make
You
another friggin'
what?
video on the pork loin.
I had a little
What'd you-
family feud today.
He did.
Oh,
Oh,
And I'm telling
I
you,
did
was
that
ready to
years
go
Glenn's
over
mad.
there. He's
What
mad,
happened?
y'all. Well, we're both mad, but it happened to him.
what they do to
Okay,
you?
all right, Glenn. What the hell happened that made you this mad?
And whose toes do I
who,
gotta
who
run
do we
over?
need to go beat up, Glenn?
That's what I asked him. I said, you want me to go beat his ass? Because I will. I'll beat the piss out of him.
Josh,
Now you
Glenn's
sound
mad.
like me.
What happened?
I was mad because
Something happened to Daddy's golf cart, the windshield.
Okay.
He called me
Okay.
the other day and told me that the windshield was messed up. That day it was real hot. And he said he couldn't find a windshield for it without having the serial number. So he wanted me to get the serial number. Well, I went over there today to get the serial number. Well, when I walked in there to get the keys to unlock it, brother-in-law was telling me that the windshield on it was already cracked when we got it. And I said, no, the windshield wasn't. The doors was, but the windshield wasn't.
and the ones on the doors was just little bitty cracks from where they put screws in.
Yeah, they tightened it. Somebody tried to tighten them down too
And it
tight.
wasn't,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just real little, but nothing wrong with the windshield.
Run for your life,
So-
Josh.
I walked on out there and opened the doors up to get the serial number and stuff. And he was telling me that about the top where the
I
hinge
was
bolts,
mad, Josh.
where the hinge bolts was at to the windshield. And I went back in there and I told him, I said, before you get your ass up any higher, you need to go out there and look. There ain't no cracks at the top of that windshield around the bolts up there. I said that. I don't know what kind of glass that they used in that thing, but any kind of windshield, they got to put that plastic stuff on it to where if anything hits it, it won't shatter in your face. Well, the up there where they put the bolts at the top where the hinges, it bubbled up a little bit underneath each hinge. No crack, just that little plastic bubbled up. Well, just about the center of the windshield now, there's a crack that goes all the way across
In a T.
to the where the hinges, or not the hinges, but the shock mounts, because the windshield on it can raise straight out in front of you, just straight up.
Yeah.
And where the shock mounts was at, it cracked from the center out to each side, and then one went straight down. And he wanted to show his ass and
Glenn told him,
started fussing
said,
at me and everything. And I told him, I said, I don't know what happened. He kept asking me, well, what hit it? What do you think hit it? And I said, I have no idea. Well, I said, this is the first time I've been over here. Daddy called me the other day and told me to come over here and look at it and get the serial number. I said, so that's what I done. So he finally come out the door there, and I was trying to show him. He turned around and started walking off and started telling me I was greedy, that I was trying to get the whole farm. I said, no, I told Daddy a long time ago to give it to my brother and sister. I didn't want none of it.
but he's
I'd be
just
pissed
being
off too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
get
the
ya.
thing is, I told Glenn, I said, if he did, he mows.
Yeah.
And he don't care what way he's got it pointed because he beat the piss out of my dog with rocks.
What?
I was pissed. Yeah, mowing right towards them, slinging rocks out the end of the mower.
Yeah, he tried to mow around the dog lot down there and then mow it, blowing it up on the dog
Towards
lot.
the dog lot instead of away from
I'd
it.
have to go down there and dig all the shit out around the dog lot to get it off of the dog lot.
But if he
I would have
hadn't have
gone out there
done
and
it,
threw the rocks at him.
if he hadn't have done it, busted it himself with a rock,
Quit
he would
yelling.
not have got so defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And
You
that's
wanna he-
exactly what I told Glenn.
But he's trying to tell me, he said it was probably 150 degrees in there that day. I said, so that thing is not sealed. It
Well,
can't feel pressure.
You want to see something wild?
Yeah.
My daughter's shoes are only about 3 months old, right?
Hmm?
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
it's been so
We're
hot
drinking
that
it
it melted the glue from the
Well,
shoe.
Glenn goes through
Some shoe
shoes
goo.
like that. If they're, especially if he gets them from Walmart, about
Yeah.
3 months, and that's all they last. I don't know how he's so hard on shoes.
That's where that came from.
Matt's the same
Yeah.
way. Matt
Yeah.
is the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, the glue just totally melted the shoe apart from each other.
Yeah, Glenn,
He just
unfortunately, the ugly comes out in people when parents get older and they're expecting them to not live much longer. The ugly real and the greed really comes out in families.
It's the greed.
you wanted that farm all to yourself. Seriously, you got one of your own. Cause he's such a
Well,
dumbass
well,
that he doesn't realize.
No,
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 no.
no.
well, we actually technically paid for 8 acres. We've been paying on 8 acres, the taxes paid for it and everything for a long time. So that's all we got
Well,
was what we paid for.
well, no,
Yeah.
how?
Low New
And
Horizons.
so
Hi, Susie.
it's just a big mess. But I honestly and truly believe since
Hi,
he got
Susan.
so defensive, it was because he knew he busted it
Mm-hmm.
and didn't want to have to pay
Yeah.
for it. Because
Yeah.
I rode in that thing, Glenn's rode in it, his daddy's rode it right in front of us, and there's no crack in the windshield. Has never been a crack there.
He comes around, all of a sudden there's a crack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one that found it too. Come to find
Yeah.
out, or so he told me today that he was the one that found it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just.
And I was
I
telling him,
never trust the first person that comes running to tell me a story about somebody or something that happened.
well, I
Because
mean,
it's usually
We
the
will
one that's the instigator.
when I told Daddy it
It's
looked
the
like
one-
somebody evidently hit it and caused it to crack like that. I told him, I said it might have been during that hailstorm we had the other day. And brother was trying to tell me we ain't had hailstorm.
What?
Yeah. He said, we ain't had no hailstorm. He said, I watched the weather. I said, well, I don't know what you've been watching. I said, but I was outside the other day and got hit with a hailstone and come in and stood in the window and looked out the window and watched them bounce on my truck. And I mean, I don't live 150 foot from them.
He's an idiot.
He
Worse
is.
than that.
Apparently.
Amen, sister. Amen. He is an idiot.
And then he went to the
Apparently.
front door, Mom and Daddy's, and looked at me and said, come on, come on. I told him, I said, I ain't coming in there after you ask Mom and Daddy's house.
You're
Hey,
funny.
Susie. Susie, I
And
done
then-
told you when you was talking about how those older men and women would either run, go down the street as fast as they could in their like wheelchairs or their go-karts. I'm telling you, you need to get a microphone when that happens, yell out the door, and they're off. And then shut it real good, because that way they won't know who did it.
Yeah, Susan, but sometimes you just gotta love them from afar. Just say, Lord, help them, because,
My dad,
My sister was
Yep.
always telling me, I can't wait till I get my Social Security. I'm divorcing Mike, which is her husband. It was over and over and over and over again. Well, she got her Social Security. Okay. And I went, well, Tressa, now that you got your Social Security, you could do what you've been wanting to do. She goes, what do you mean? I went, divorce Mike. Oh, well, I can't do that. I went, why? You've been bitching about doing it? Well, I went, let me guess. You just need his money. She goes, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what? I said, yours and Mike's relationship is as toxic and as, y'all depend on each other as much as mom and dad's is. Theirs is dependence
Oh
and
no.
toxicity.
Susan said there's drinking and partying in the streets last night. Next thing she knows, here comes the fireman.
Probably because somebody broke a hip.
Probably she's still in the campground with all the older
That
people.
would be me if I was trying to dance in the street.
No
my
doubt.
Break a hip.
my
I
dad.
don't know, Brenda.
Joy.
I don't know about that. I see how fast you are and how fast you jump and how fast you about get ready to run. When someone's
I was just wondering if she had her golf cart with her.
No, it's funny. I met Brenda at the HOA, and I recognized her from the get-go. And she didn't see me at first, I guess. And I went, Brenda! And she jumped like, what the hell? Who am I going to run from? Ever since then, we've been good friends. It's just, that's how you build a friendship. Scare the hell out of the other person.
Yeah, go up behind them when they're not looking and scream at them.
Hey,
I
look
mean,
at
if you
the
grew up in the family I grew up in, if somebody screams your name, you better start running immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it built a great friendship.
You freaking to get shot or stabbed in the back or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but I told my sister that. And she's like, well, she knew I had her. I had her by the short hairs. She couldn't go anywhere. I am so glad this is over 21 channel.
Exactly. This way you ain't gonna worry about it.
Nope.
Mm.
Yeah, she called me. She goes, so I don't call her ever since she pulled that crap with me. You know, I promised Mom that you would get her some of those Mylar bags.
Yeah.
And she told me that you weren't going to. And I went, she's right. She's like, oh, come on. I promised her. And I went, I don't give a shit what you promised.
Susan's funny. I'd love to be where you are. I'd just sit out there in the yard and watch and laugh.
Maybe that disco ball dress is why the fire department showed up. Maybe they thought there was a fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that for some reason I got a picture of Miley Cyrus coming through.
With a wrecking ball?
Yeah.
No doubt.
That is a hard picture to get out of your head, believe me.
Yep.
I'm going to drag all your rear ends outside and have a smoke since Glenn's sitting there enjoying his.
Well,
And Brenda's
Me
enjoying
too.
hers.
well, that just
Oh.
sounds
I'm
quite
sorry.
kinky. That sounds quite kinky there, Dad. You're going to drag our asses.
Yep, I'm going to drag your asses.
You're a whole lot
My-
stronger than you think you are then.
I'm so tired. Mine's already dragging, so you ain't gonna worry about me.
Oh, mine's dragged for years.
I don't know about
Mine
mine.
too, Benz. I'm only like 4'11".
I think mine is like a deflated whoopee cushion at this point in time. Flat and can be making a lot of weird noise.
I
Mine-
like that.
Mine no
Sebastian
longer.
Mermaid
Mine
dance.
could be afloat, but it's gotten too heavy now. So now it's like a what is it? A concrete block on the bottom of the ocean. It's gotten large and
Mine's
All right.
flat and every once in a while it'll actually make a noise.
Only a few human beings.
Imitating Sebastian on Little Mermaid.
You know, I never watched that movie, so I can't get that.
I'm Ursula.
Oh, really? Oh, that's probably the best part of the movie.
I'm
Yeah.
Ursula.
Only part I ever seen was it down there at the
Disney
World in 4D,
No,
not 3D, but 4D.
no, that was when they went in. You went in that cave and it sprayed mist and they had bubbles and then they done the stage thing. That was the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I don't remember what the movie was on the 4D.
And they
All I
had
remember is that thing was right here going, yeah!
It was 4D.
It did. It had a big old long tongue that just and it looked like it was gonna smack you in the face.
Knowing me, I'd end up punching it. I know I would. Kapow!
Well,
Josh?
you know, like a 3D movie brings everything just right up there. Well, 4D's even worse. I mean, it looks like it's smacking you in the face. And then they have
Oh no.
mist
I bet
control
they can
stuff
hurt your
hooked up
ears.
and air and stuff where they're blowing air on you or a mist and stuff. And it's like it was like it was really happening.
Well, New Horizons, at least you're getting free entertainment, girlfriend. 'Cause
No
that
doubt.
has to be
That's
funny.
true.
She said she never heard so many off-key singers so they can hurt your ears.
Hey, it wasn't
You've
me.
never
I
heard me
can't sound
sing.
that loud.
Okay, I'm watching you all from outside of my phone.
Okay.
All righty.
Well, I just shut my phone. Damn.
Ah, you said a naughty word.
Yes, I did. Damn it.
Red, you say
Hey.
Susan?
Even God used that word in the Bible.
I could say dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit.
I gotta watch The Little Mermaid.
Exactly.
No.
It's a good little movie. Sebastian's a crab, right, Susan?
Yeah, he's a crab.
That's what I was thinking. That was his
My
name,
youngest
Sebastian.
one, I mean, literally wore that thing to death. Wore it out.
My
Well,
cousin's
That
little
and
boy.
Fievel.
I raised a boy. I was, so he didn't watch the girly Walt Disney.
Fievel
movies.
wasn't girly.
Who was it?
Fievel. Let
Fievel.
me guess. Never heard of Fievel. The little mouse.
The Fievel, the American.
Oh yes. He did watch that one.
Yeah.
But The Little Mermaid, no. I mean, it was bad enough when he was a baby. He was probably like a year and a half. He came up to me and he had Easter eggs stuck over his boobs underneath his shirt. He was standing there proud as he could be.
That's funny.
Tell me a kid that doesn't try that stuff.
I know. Actually, I got a picture of that somewhere.
Fantasia.
He'd probably kill me if he knew.
My cousin's little boy used to watch Fantasia every day. Every day. And so I went and asked her. She said, please take it home with you. So I said, can I borrow your movie and watch it? Yeah, but you better bring it back in a hurry. So Lois told me, said, just keep it as long as you can. So he finally called and said, I need my movie back. She said, that thing is getting on my nerves so bad. Oh, me. But he did. He
If I have to watch The Little Mermaid, then somebody's got to watch it for me. They got to buy 2 pacifiers and some blankets so we can cuddle up. That's the only way I'll watch it.
She said, yes, ma'am, you have homework.
Don't even dare me. You know I'll do it.
That'd be funny.
Dare you.
Okay.
We're going to have
You
to have
got
video.
pacifiers and blankets coming.
We're going to have video to prove
You got to sit there with the pacifier and the blanket with me.
You didn't say that. You said somebody had to send you 2 pacifiers and 2 blankets.
No, I said somebody has to sit with me, which I can understand what that sounds like saying. But no, somebody has to sit with me. They got to have a passy. I got to have a passy, and we got to have 2 baby blankets. So I dare you. But then the last time you came up here, you were chased by a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
So I got nothing to worry about.
It was little watched Thomas the Train.
I don't know. I don't
remember
Travis
which one it
used to
was
watch
neither,
that.
but Lord have mercy.
Travis used to watch Thomas the Train all the time.
One of my nephews watched it. I can't remember which one.
Travis grew up watching Mr. Rogers.
Oh Lord.
He didn't. He did not like Sesame Street at all.
My kids liked Fraggle Rock.
He just. I never introduced him to Fraggle Rock when he was little, but Mr. Rogers and Barney, and then that detective dog. And he was a detective, but he was a short little white spotted dog. Oh my god! Blue's Clues was another one he watched. He never watched Teletubbies.
You want to
He'd
know what
watch
my
a
kids?
few. Yeah, he'd watch a few cartoons, and his butt was outside.
Yeah, my oldest daughter was into Barney and Alf. My son was into The Lion King, Arthur, The Boo, Blue's Clues, and Teletubbies. My youngest was into Zagwa, Zaboomafoo. Um, oh, and Jeremy was into also Sesame Street because he loved Elmo. And then Serena was what? Zagwa, Zaboomafoo,
Oh gosh, my son loved Alf.
Arthur.
Well, there's also Arthur. Travis used to watch Arthur a
Yeah,
lot.
my son watched Arthur. I still have some of
Yeah.
the I still some of the toys from when he was a kid of Arthur.
Travis ain't gonna be doing no pacifier. No.
He might.
I thought my kids were gonna have kids, so I
You
saved
might
some
throw
of
it
their
at
toys.
me too.
My kids are not
You
having
know, they
kids.
make the sucker ones that are pacifiers.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Travis ain't gonna be sucking on no pacifier. I can guarantee you that one.
I don't know. They got them now that's like a ring. It's got it's like a pacifier ring and candy, and you can push a button on it and it spins in your mouth.
Yeah,
Can you
they make
imagine
those in
what
pacifiers too, though.
Can you imagine what that sounds like?
Well, I've heard records like that
Now
before.
I done spit all over myself.
Clifford the Big Red Dog, yeah.
I think
My
Travis
kids
watched
didn't
Power
care for
Rangers.
that.
I'm
They
not sure.
liked the
Teenage Mutant
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, my son liked Power Rangers, Turtles also, and Clifford.
Yeah,
And
now
Yeah. Well, he had a sandbox and swing set and a pool and all that outside. So he watched very little television and he spent his time outside pushing around his big, toy dump trucks and playing in the dirt.
Yeah, my kids didn't have yards, so they don't know what it was like to play outside in the yard. And they couldn't put them out in the street to play because people were going around with white vans stealing kids.
Wow.
Yeah. My son used to play with little hot rod cars and make roads and stuff in the dirt.
Yeah,
I did that too.
That's how he got lead poisoning.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I was raised in the country, been out and played. The yard was completely fenced in. He had a huge freaking yard to play in. So.
Oh gosh, after I had my youngest one, the fight was on every Saturday morning. The older two wanted to watch cartoons, and she hated cartoons. She wanted to watch The Happy Painter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No wonder she's an artist now.
She is, sort of. She doesn't paint and stuff, though. But
And
she does
Travis,
a lot of anime cartoons. She makes her own, writes her own cartoons and does all the artwork herself. For
when
anime
Travis
cartoons.
was little, I would put him in a swing while I went and either washed his clothes or, done what I needed to do, wash his bottles, whatever. And I'd sit him in a swing in front of the television. I mean, he was just 5, 6 months old. Turned on Sesame Street, he cried. They gave me a video, that you just push in. It's about babies, had babies all the way through it. He would sit there and watch that whole thing. That's what kept him pacified. Is he loved watching other babies.
My youngest one, oh gosh. Do you remember back in the early 90s when they had this a commercial of a grown man sitting in a high chair, and he would literally dump Jello on his head, a big bowl of Jello on his head? I think it was a Shoney's commercial, but I wouldn't swear. Jennifer would scream bloody murder and cry every time he did that. Look at your phone, Red.
I'm looking.
I bet there's a big pacifier on there. And every time Dolly Parton would sing, oh my gosh, she would be at the other end of the house and come running and get right up in the TV screen and scream at her.
Okay. I'm sharing this one, Josh, because this is funny.
Uh-oh. You froze for it, got that.
Don't like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got tickled about.
I like this one better. It's a feather. It's what you get when you ain't worth a full bird.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm like, what the hell? What does that mean?
I thought you was talking about, what is it, mini me? Oh, it's like this.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oh God, I hated those.
Sorry, my
Austin
fingers
Power
don't
movies.
straighten up all the way.
I hated those Austin Power movies.
I never watched them.
Stupid.
I never
They
watched it.
were.
I never watched it.
Put it in I will put how I feel about the Austin Power movies in the word of Joe Biden. Yeah.
That's it. Yummy, yummy, to me, y'all.
Oh, I can't do that. Hold on.
I laughed so hard when I saw that. And then when they read off the teleprompter. Why are they doing that to that old man?
Wrong way.
Gosh, Glenn.
No doubt. Sorry, y'all.
Hey, it's better.
Maybe I should just sit here and have a Budweiser, and you guys can sit there and chat.
Hey, it's better out that way than out the other end. I guarantee you, April will agree to that one. And she didn't pay attention to a thing I just said.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling good. What did you say?
I said, hey, at least it's better out coming out that end than the other end, because I'm sure you wouldn't like that.
No, because that's a little tinky most of the time. 99.9% of the time. At night, he's laying over there, and if he ever giggles, you know to grab your nose. Because most of the time, he'll giggle like a little girl and then fart.
Right.
Well, at least I try to warn you. I don't just blow you out of bed like you do me.
He looks like he's going through a hurricane.
Paul has literally made me puke before.
Oh my gosh, that's bad.
She has
Only thing I got to worry about is if my dog farts in the middle of the night. Or the cat. Cats are worse than the dogs, I'm telling you. Oh, speaking of cats, my alarm went off this morning. I didn't get in bed till after 3, which is not normal for me. And I got up. The alarm was set for like 9:30. Apparently, I was sleeping through it because next thing I felt was something poking me in the back. Just very gently, but like poking me when they would poke me, I'd roll a little bit, and finally jarred me awake. And I was thinking maybe Matt was behind me going, your alarm's going off, No. I rolled over and it was little Miss Tucker going, it's time to wake up. That teeny tiny little gray paw of hers.
Yeah, Black Booty has been going off Tommen the past month. And he's the one that has the real long fangs.
Yeah.
And he had never ever left up until about a month ago, and he was gone for about 2 weeks. And then he come back and he's just rubbing all over me, want me to just love all over him. And I said, "You left me. I didn't leave you, so you just need to go on." And he's followed me around. He left again for a couple of days, and then he come back. And today he's followed me around everywhere, hadn't he, Glenn? He'd go to the chair when we was throwing the bread in, and he would sit and just rub all over my legs. I about tripped all over him twice.
He was trying to say he's sorry.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in a way, Susie, if you think about Susan. Okay, I'm trying to get him. Susan is Urban Bucket. Susie is New Horizons. But in a way, I could, the donkey, doing that. But yeah, that's what she was doing. She was poking me in my back, gently doing her best to wake me up. But last night when I went to bed, I had to help, with the dressing on my wounds. And she sat there and started
Boxer
licking.
wouldn't be living in my house for long then.
No doubt.
But she was giving me kisses as in support of what I was having to go through. I love that little gray little bundle of fur. She is just the sweetest, most mischievous, most troublemaker of all her kitties.
She just has a very loud personality.
She's a sweetheart. She really is. Oh, God, now I know not to get a boxer.
True.
Cooper will probably be my last puppy dog anyways. I mean, I've spent the last 16 years with him. And I do not see myself getting
I'm trying to watch
even as close to another dog as I have
I
him.
think you didn't do nothing. You gone.
Yeah, you can. They'll understand. Tell them just talk a minute.
So he'll be my last.
Did you see where we
No.
I had to get my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all. There's a bug come flying through, and I don't know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Glenn's going to have to get it for me.
Guess what fell from the ceiling last night that I wasn't expecting and landed on my hand?
Oh gosh, a palmetto.
Wasn't a spider, was it?
Worse.
A snake?
Oh, no.
Scorpion?
It was a tick.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, them guineas.
It fell down. Because I felt it hit my hand, and I thought, what in the world? And I looked, first I thought it was a spider. I went, oh, crap, that's a tick. It was a teeny tiny little one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yearlings are out now.
That
If
is
you could let your guineas out, Red, you wouldn't have to worry about them.
Well, I know, but you already told me guineas are stupid and they'll run out in front of cars.
They are. They're dumb birds.
So I think I'm going to leave those two in there, Fast and Furious in there, and just get me some more for next year, babies, and then let them out in the yard. I won't be as attached to them as I am Fast and Furious.
Oh, man. There's something else. You ought to see it. I mean, they'll get to chasing one another. They chase the roosters down here all the time. Pull out their tail feathers, and they ain't even paying attention to the tractor or nothing. They just running everywhere.
The male guineas tried to do that to Max.
Cats are good. They'll take care of all the mosquitoes.
Max just turns around and looks at him and puffs up, and he runs the opposite way. Because Max is twice his size. When I say Max is, you know how big guineas get full?
Yeah.
All right, Max is twice his size.
Oh my gosh.
He is the biggest rooster I swear I've ever seen. He is huge. He has to be at least 13 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
oh God.
oh.
Glenn, when you come back in here, bring me my drink out of the freezer, please.
A bat in your room?
I would somehow
Um,
catch it and send it right back out the door or
I
window.
think that's what he did.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure he didn't shoot it and have a hole in his ceiling.
I know somebody who done that.
Oh, God.
Dude, when Alan was little, he was
See?
up
See, I
there.
told you. I told
Oh.
you.
oh,
He didn't leave alive. He left dead.
Oh.
actually, bats eat a ton of
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
We
funny.
have we have 3 or 4 that fly around the townhouse community. And I love watching them because they just come, they do the swirl, and then they come around, do the swirl, and then all of a sudden the time changes, and they're like, "Okay, we're gone. We're going back home."
I have not seen any bats around here.
That's my favorite thing to watch.
But then we ain't got a lot of mosquitoes either.
Oh, I do. My backyard. I don't even have a backyard. It's a back patio with pine needles and pine trees and poison ivy. But
Yeah.
there's a water
Yeah.
reservoir right like at the like I have a townhouse right at the bottom of my little hill. So behind their fence is a water reservoir, and we have nothing but mosquitoes. And then also
Hmm.
down the end of our street, between us and another complex that's in that's part of the college kids community. There's another water reservoir, so we have nothing but mosquitoes around here, and this is a lot of this is mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, if somebody goes staring at your arms, tell them mosquito bites. You know how it is.
I scar. I tell them that. I said I'm allergic to mosquitoes and ants. I scar. I scratch until I bleed, and they scar.
Yeah.
No matter what I put on it, it doesn't stop the itch. But
I've
once I
never
scratch
had.
them,
I've never had a bat in my room. I've had a black snake in my room. I've had a baboon in my room.
A baboon.
Yeah, my ex.
Oh. I thought, oh my gosh, Red.
I had a rat. I had a rat in my room.
Oh Lord.
I have had mice.
Dude.
April. It was my
Huh.
ex-husband to be someday. That's the rat.
Oh, okay. I know
haven't
I
asked.
killed one of those out in the Betty's garage.
You knew what was coming, Josh.
I was saying check the water for puppies and kitty cats.
I just need somebody to come here and help me fill up my damn papers. I want an easy form. I want like the easiest form you can get. Do you want a divorce? Yes. Do you want your maiden name? Yes. Do you have assets? No. Do you have everything together? No. Are your kids over 18? Yes. Sign
Let me
here.
I know in most states they have lawyers that
Hey, black
they-
snake. Josh, come visit me. I'll show you some real black snakes.
yeah, you
in a
ain't kidding
basement.
about that one.
Oh Lord.
But they got free lawyers that will do all that for you.
Yeah, it's fine, you know.
It's
We
what?
went and had a little garden snake in our window one time. What's the matter?
Oh gosh, I've got big old black snakes that shed their
Nothing.
skin in my raised beds all the time.
She had one. It had to be a good 6 feet the other day. It went up the side of her raised garden, which is what about 3
It went,
feet?
yeah, the tail of it was
Thank
all the
you,
way on the
honey.
ground. The bed itself is 3.5 foot high.
You want to see? This is my divorce papers.
I'm
Oh
telling you,
Lord.
find a low income lawyer. They'll do that for you.
Some lawyers does pro bono work. You might could find one of those too.
Well, I can't exactly remember the exact words, what they're called.
I know it's free legal aid. It's
Yeah.
finding the free legal aid
Oh
that will do it,
gosh.
because there are not that many lawyers that will do it right now,
Oh.
or
Yeah, Josh.
soon to be lawyers or whatever.
I had one that was probably more than 7 foot long, and we called it Stubby because part of its tail was gone.
Stubby.
I took these. We,
That's funny. Stubby
I took
the
his head
snake.
off one day. He found my chicken coop, and
Oh
my
gosh.
cousin's daughter was here, and she's better than 6 foot tall. And I swear that snake was straight up in the air and looking her straight in the eye. Because we tried to shoo him away from the chicken pen and he wasn't having it. And he got pissed off and he literally was standing up in the air on end, staring her in the eyes. And I went and got the shovel and I told her, I said, when I say duck, you duck immediately. And she did. I said duck, and she ducked. And I mean, I went sideways with that shovel and lopped his head off against the tree.
What's a quarter cheek snake? Have you ever heard of one of those?
I never heard of one of those.
Susan says she's got a quarter cheek snake in her basement.
Actually, it's a quarter cheek snake. I guess she means snake.
I don't know.
But still, yeah, I've never heard of a quarter cheek snake.
Yeah,
I've never heard of
Susan,
one
what
of
is
those.
that?
It could be a name that the snake goes by where she lives. You know how they kind of gives them. Hey, Travis.
Yeah, regional name.
Yeah. Well, we got field mice here. We get them every year. Can you put my plate up, please?
I'm not fond of snakes, but I leave the black snakes alone because black snakes will eat copperheads and other poisonous snakes. They'll kill them and eat them.
Some people say that they're actually mating with them now. Whether they are or not, I don't know, but I've heard that.
I've seen black snakes that looked a lot. They had a real bad copper sheen to them.
Well, when we got home the other day, there was a snake that was heading away from the coop that literally was all the way across the road. And you know how big that road is out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son went out. My son went out the other day to get the eggs and put the chickens up. Unfortunately, some of our chickens are black. He thought there was a chicken sitting on the nest. It wasn't a chicken. He reached in to scoot her over, and it was a black snake curled up around the eggs eating them. And he jerked his hand back really fast. And he said as soon as his hand cleared that nesting box, he heard that snake's head thump the side of that box.
Oh gosh.
Needless to say,
that
snake lost its head
in my
too.
bedroom.
Oh, donkey.
She said she had a quarter cheek snake. And we was all like, what's that? I've never heard of that.
Oh.
And she said a fart in my bedroom. There it is.
I think that's a different one.
Somebody got a notification.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Weather.
It's WRAL.
Probably getting ready to start raining.
Oh Lordy.
Yeah, Travis sitting in there.
Yeah,
in
wow,
his
Josh.
bedroom. It was last year sometime.
I
And
don't
Chuck
think I want a
chased
snake hanging around that's that big.
mouse over his foot.
A mouse ran over his foot.
Tucker was after it. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was in his
I
bedroom.
know one time in the old house that burnt down, I had a cat. Its name was Spud. She was a part Himalayan and part Siamese. I loved that cat.
Oh,
I
but
bet it was
She was
beautiful.
she was beautiful.
Uh-huh.
She really was. She had long
She was
hair.
meaner than her.
But I heard a mouse, so I started pulling things out of the cabinet, and I pulled out a bag of noodles, and the mouse, when the noodles hit the countertop, the mouse hit the floor. Well,
Hi,
I
Stevie.
started screaming, going around and around, and the little mouse was just a
Hey,
digging
Stevie.
around and around in circles, and then it flew under the stove, and I looked at
Exactly,
Spud,
Stevie.
and she was
Once they
like,
find the chicken coop, that's the end of them. They're gone. They're history.
I'm listening, April.
she was like the old cartoon cats where you see them where they're like, "Meow," and their hair's all stuck up. And
yeah.
she would never leave me alone. She was always by my side. But that night she went at the end of the couch and she would sit there and she would look at me. And if I looked at her, she'd sit back. She thought I had lost my mind.
She didn't know that happened a long time ago, did she?
No, about
Well, hello, Stevie.
82. Hello,
Hey,
Stevie.
Stevie.
Oh, about 69.
That's funny, Susie.
Actually, probably 68.
Well, now she would kill stuff. I mean, she would kill it and bring it to the door. But when I would come in, because I worked second shift, because we had a hole in the floor because it was an old trailer, and we had worked on it and remodeled it. But when we first got it, he called it a cowboy hole because he got mad and stomped the floor one night, and the heel of his cowboy boot went down through it. His cousin.
Oh no.
No,
Oh, no.
the boy jumped up in his face in there and he knocked him down and tried to stomp his head. And the boy barely moved his head before his foot hit him and he stuck his foot plumb through the floor.
But I had my trash can set down on it, so mice and stuff would come up through that hole and get in the trash can. Well, she'd get in there, get them, kill them, and take them to the door. Well, I'd come in at night and there would lay these things in front of the door, scare me to death, and she'd take off. She thought she had done something wrong, but she was a good hunter.
Excuse me for a second. That way you don't have to hear me crinkle it some more. Let me just get it over and done with.
Well, Susan, I wish y'all would get some rain because
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we flooded.
Yeah.
Our
Good thing we're
river
on
out
top
here,
of a
yes,
mountain.
We've been getting
Dragon
some
River
shit over
yesterday
here.
was at the top of the banks.
Well, when
We
was
needed
down
rain
here,
bad, but
Rain.
We need it.
we
All
was
we're
down
getting is
here
spit.
feeding today, and there's a between the pig lot and the where we got the chickens. There's a row of trees, and it's like a little valley. You could hear water running down that
Running?
valley. I
huh?
mean, just like it was a creek or anything, steady roar of water.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
how
we
much.
finally got
okay. You're talking about the small road that leads down to the chicken coops. It's
Yeah, where you went down there and seen Brown
yeah.
Bull. That row of trees right there, it separates the cow pasture and the pig lot.
Yeah.
That row right down through there that you go by is where you could hear all the
There's
water running.
There's a cupboard up here
Huh.
under the highway. And that's where the water runs all the way down through there.
I thought that you could blow dry a cat. Wrong. That darn thing dug its claws in my hands. I ran around the house trying to shake a cat from my hand.
Ow.
I bet you did learn a lesson. Leave them cats alone.
No doubt.
This past year was the first year we ever had problems with the field mice getting inside the car.
They will.
They will.
And so we put the sticky glue traps. We were heading to West Virginia to go and pick up the meat and stuff like that.
You're too far down for me.
And the boys have gotten all the glue traps out that they thought. Well, they missed one. And here we are on a highway, in West Virginia on a highway. And Matt goes, we missed one of the glue traps. I went, what? He goes, yeah, because there's a mouse still attached to it. I was like, pull over,
Uh-oh.
pull over, pull over, pull over.
Well, now we would. I had a cat that would actually bring snakes. They'd kill them. And she was coming down through the yard one day, and she was walking funny. And I thought, what in the world is wrong with that cat? And I thought, what is she dragging? Well, it was about a 6 foot long snake. She
Oh,
was a good hunter too.
rattlesnakes to their porch?
That would be
No,
bad.
no, we used to have cats that would bring frogs to the porch. I'd get up every morning, open up the front door, and there'd be big old frogs out there on my porch, minus their legs. The dang cats would eat the legs off of them and leave the frogs alive and leave them on my porch.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I was hoping they'd grow
horrible.
back.
Why?
Oh Lord, Susan, that's
Or
funny.
maybe they want you to glue another set on them so they can have lunch again.
It's
I guess.
70% chance for it to continue raining today. And it's 80% Sunday. And the days that we have crap, the heck?
Did you just get bombed?
No, somebody just slapped me on the head.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That was
It wasn't
weird.
me this time.
That was weird. I felt them go on top of my head, and that's why.
I thought maybe a fly was dive bombing you or something.
No.
I
that
didn't
was-
know it was your friendly ghost.
Oh, wasn't so friendly the other day. The day that I got in a fight with my sister, I'm sitting here and I'm talking to Brenda. Brenda, you remember that night? And I heard
Mhm.
pow, 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 pow on the screen door. Sound like, when the cops come to your door, they have that heartbeat. They beat it like it's trying to rip it
Yeah.
off. That's what it was. I grabbed my gun and turned around. Matt came out of his room and he goes, "What was that?" And I went, "That was the front door." There's no way that those people could have gotten off that porch because the table was right in the middle of the way. So they'd have to move the table off. And I couldn't see them go down the ramp. I don't know what that was, but I know it made me jump. Travis took my pew pew, and Matt got his 12 gauge, and they went outside and wasn't a soul there.
Does your screen door at the top, it don't have glass in it, right?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Well, never mind. Because the cats will get back here at the sliding glass door. And, I mean, you can ask Junior. We was sitting in there one night, and Junior said, "What is that?" And you could hear pow, 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 pow. I said, "It's the cats up on the rails at the sliding glass doors, and they'll hook their claws in that screen, and it sounds like somebody's knocking, wanting to come in."
No, this wasn't knocking. This was pounding. Literally, pow, 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 to where the door shook.
Oh my gosh.
And all the animals just went over and looked like, what was that? That was freaky. I've never had something like that. I mean, I've had other weird shit like that happen, but not like that.
Well, now Glenn's mom and daddy's old house, whenever we first, well, it wasn't when we first got together. It was a little while after we'd been together, but we was back there in the back bedroom one day doing something, and it sounded like somebody just hit the end of the house. Well, I was trying to get out the door. Glenn had beat me to the door, so we got stuck in the door. But they used to have stuff like that. We was in there one night, and it sounded like every pot and pan in the house or in the kitchen hit the floor. Went in there wasn't nothing. But now, Denny Lou's mama died whenever she was real young. And whenever, right before Delmer got hurt, the stuff in her house, as far as noises and activity, picked up greatly, like she was trying to warn Denny Lou. And then after Delmer got hurt, it calmed down and you hardly ever heard anything.
Huh.
Matt was going over to the kitchen the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but also I was watching him. All of a sudden, he just stopped. He goes, "Okie dokie." I went, "What?" Whatever it was, lifted up in front of him, like it was a dish. It was a plastic dish lifted up in front of him.
Josh, you're mean.
That's funny, Josh. Well, you know, whenever we had Daddy's funeral at the church, they sent a big lasagna and salad and like brownies and stuff home with us. And they was in these big aluminum foil pans. So I took them out and put them in bowls in the refrigerator. And Alan would go by every day, you know, to check Daddy's house and stuff, because he ain't but just a few minutes from it. And I told him, I said, now that stuff's in the refrigerator. I said, use it and take it to work with you. And then, you know, after a few days, I'll come up there and get it. Whatever's left, I'll get rid of it because, you know, I didn't want it stinking up the refrigerator. So I went up there and got it and brought it home, fed it and all that. And I washed the bowls up and I set them on the microwave because I was intending to take them back to Daddy's. Well, I kept forgetting them, and this is no lie. Junior used to stay with Daddy a lot. Daddy would take Junior to school, this, that, and the other. Junior can walk by them bowls in the kitchen, and they'll go flying off the microwave. He don't have to touch them or nothing. And I told him, I said, that's Daddy letting you know that he's watching over you. So you better be a smart boy. But they do. Every time he goes near them bowls, they fly off of the microwave.
Well, see, my nephew, he's 8 or 9. And he has been, it runs in our family. It literally has not skipped a generation. But he is terrified of the dark. And my sister asked him, why are you so scared of the dark? He said, because I don't know where they are. She goes, what do you mean? He goes, the people that I see. You remember that movie, The Sixth Sense? My nephew never watched that movie, but he does the same crap. He will hide underneath blankets with lights. So he doesn't have to see outside.
Yeah.
Now, my niece, she's 4 now, my great niece, the one that had the tumor, she used to lay there in bed as a baby, and she'd look up and she'd be reaching and laughing at something that was above her.
Yeah.
Well, it's never skipped a generation yet. So it doesn't surprise me.
When I was a kid growing up, we had a picture in our house. It was an old picture. It was an oval picture, but the glass on it was bowed. It was like, it wasn't beveled, but it was like bowed. The old
it's
how
like
the pictures
what?
used to
Was
be.
it square at the? What was it like? Straight at
No,
the
it was-
bottom, straight up, and then curved.
No.
Oh.
No, I mean, it wasn't, the picture frame was oval and the picture in it was oval, but the glass itself bowed out.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Anyway, it was a picture of my mom's grandmother. It was her dad's mom, and my mom was named after her. So my grandfather gave my mom that picture, and her brothers and sisters all fought over that picture, wanting that picture. And my mom, I can remember my mom saying, I'll take that picture to the grave with me. Now, that picture was haunted to start out with because we could dust that thing. You could dust that thing right before you went to bed, and the next morning when you got up, it would have cobwebs all over it.
Oh, heck.
Oh, yeah. But the day we buried my mom, after we went back to the house after the funeral, the picture frame was sitting in the floor and the picture was gone.
No.
Oh, yeah. And it's
Oh
never
my
been seen since.
gosh. That's amazing.
Travis came in the house. It's about a summer or two ago. Travis came in the house with something, and I was outside with Matt, and I was sitting like facing the door, and Matt was sitting on the steps, and Travis just stopped at the door and just stood there and stood there and stood there looking. Finally, he came outside. He goes, "There was a guy standing right behind you, Mom." Showed him a picture. It's my Grandpa Farley. My Grandpa Farley got into everything that I'm doing now. We've actually heard him and my grandmother talking.
Oh my gosh.
Travis had never seen him because he died when I was 7, 8.
Yeah.
But I mean, he like got into tinctures, he got into gardening, he was a homesteader before they even knew what the heck a homesteader was.
Yeah.
But he was standing out there right behind me, and it kind of freaked Travis out a bit. I mean, he's used to this, but that was something he was not expecting.
New Horizons, that's funny because the other day, Daddy absolutely loved coffee in the morning. Absolutely loved his coffee. He would drink, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 cups while he was at the restaurant because he'd always go out and just get him a cheap breakfast. We was sitting in the living room the other day, and Junior looks at me and he says, "I smell coffee." Glenn says, "I do too." I said, "It's Pawpaw." He's wanting some coffee. Because I hadn't even made no coffee that day. And I usually brew me a cup of coffee, but I hadn't brewed none that day. None. And we got the little pods, so it ain't like there's a bag sitting out anywhere that you could be smelling.
You know, you smell. And my grandmother Farley, my mom's mother. That side of the family is just they're mountain folk. I mean, they had the medicine. My great grandmother was a medicine woman up on the mountains there. You
Mine
know,
was too.
so you understand about that. Well, what was I going with this?
Lord.
I done forgot.
Talking about your grandma being a medicine woman.
Yeah, well, my grandma Farley, I'll never forget it because I was 15, 16 years old. And she was invited to go to my cousin's wedding in D.C. She told everyone I will not be coming back. They're like, what? She laid her will out on her table. Actually gave away her house plants that she absolutely loved. Gave them all away. She never made it back from Washington, D.C. She died of a blood clot. Well, at her funeral, they had roses. I mean, they had roses beyond roses. I mean, the whole thing smelled like a great big huge rose. And I knew that she was with me when I could smell that, which is one reason I love roses to this day, is because of her. But I always knew that she was there. I haven't smelled that smell in a very, very long time. But my grandma Hungate likes to pay us attention, every once in a while. I was laying in bed and I watched her walk past the foot of my bed. And I just sat there and watched her until she just kind of disappeared.
Well, now, something like that, if I was to see anything like that, it'd probably freak me out. But I know Daddy watches over us because there's been things that's happened, with certain things, this, that, and the other, that I've talked to him about since he passed away. And it was all straightened out by the time I got to where I needed to go to get it took care of. And it wouldn't have been if he hadn't have worked on it for me. It was something he was wanting me to do, and I was like, I'll do it, but you're going to have to fix this because I'm not dealing with that. And I'm telling you, he fixed it.
My grandma Hyundai will holler for Travis to the point that Matt came out and went, "Did you say something, Mama?" I went, "No." And Travis goes, "It's Grandma Hyundai." You know, they'll go back in their room. Matt's heard her. And they said she sounds exactly like me.
Hmm.
Well, I do. I truly believe that they watch over you, and
I do too.
you know, there's
Oh, yeah.
things. If you listen, you know, there's things that, because I know there was things Daddy was wanting me to do, like I said, and I just kind of, you know, pushed it off because I didn't want an argument or nothing like that, and I just said, fine. If you're not going to leave me alone, you're going to have to take care of the other end, and it was took
Well, see,
care of.
I started experiencing. I'll get that word out in a minute. God, I can't talk. Man, I was like 7, 8 years old, and it's like every time I turned around, I was experiencing deja vu, and that's where it started.
Did any of what show up, Josh?
And then I started hearing the things, and then it got to where I was seeing the things, and it's just like it moved up. Like every so many years, it moved up to something different. And my mom called me. I was in Virginia, Christiansburg, and she called me. She goes, what's her name? Oh my God, I can't think of her name now. Anyways, a family friend had gone.
Josh, I'm trying. Hang on a minute.
A family friend had gone missing. She goes, "What do you see?" So I told her what I was picking up. Tressa told her what she was picking up.
Ah.
And that is exactly where they found her.
Huh.
You know, and I have done readings being in Virginia. I have done readings for people that I don't even know or even know where they live. And I could tell them, like one of them kept having this guy kept coming up to her. And I said, he's an old farmer. He died on a tractor on that road. And she goes, "Do you think that's it?" And I went, "That's exactly what it is." Well, she went and done some checking on the background of that area. And I was right. And, I was talking to Tressa to get to her. And after I'd done that reading, she would not come around Tressa again. She would not do it. Scared the hell out of her.
Yeah, the house I grew up in was extremely haunted.
Mine was too.
Let me explain my thing.
Ice cream
Y'all-
talking.
You all know about Steven, who passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
And now it's been like, what? 2016. Right before the day before the election.
Oh.
His guy won presidency.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I got the phone call and everything, I was sleeping. This is like a few months later or whatever. No, about a year later or 2 years later. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I felt a kiss, literal kiss, his facial beard, and he gave me a full-on kiss like he was in the room with me. And I woke up.
In the room with you.
I woke up. No, I mean like physically right there, not his spirit, him right there. I woke up and I didn't see him. I looked. I ran out the door. I'm looking, and I heard him say goodbye. And I have not felt him since.
For him to do that,
Well, that's sweet.
He was a very, very strong spirit.
Uh-huh.
My great grandpa died in 1956. And I remember standing in my grandma and granddad's kitchen and seeing the man standing there. And I didn't know who it was. And I'd seen him one other time when I was younger. In my bed, I looked up and he was standing over top of me looking at me. And I'd said something to Grandma one time, like she pulled some pictures out, and I was like, hey, I know him. She was, no, you don't. I said, yeah, I do. I said, I seen him in your kitchen one time. She said, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. I sat there and argued with her. I seen that man standing there. He was standing there in the kitchen watching me. And he died in 1956. I was born in 1977.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, she remembers when John F. Kennedy got shot.
Oh, shut up.
She argued with me on that, and I said, I don't think you do. She said, yeah, I do. She said, I remember that plain as day. I said, I think it was before me.
Have y'all ever had like deja vu? I'm telling you,
Uh-huh.
I can
Oh, yeah,
remember.
a lot.
I can
Yeah.
remember watching that on TV and feeling so heavy-hearted. Like, what are we going to do now? Like, I was just a young kid, and it just really hurt me.
I think it was probably in history class, and she got confused.
No, a lot of people don't believe this, but I, for one, do. And I have had experiences that has actually made me cry because of it. But I do believe a reincarnation.
Yep, I do.
You know, I got to thinking. There used to be there still is a room right up here above me. And it was Kristen's bedroom, and it was Kayla's bedroom, then it was Caden's bedroom, then it was Kayla's bedroom. Kids flopped around all daggum time. And there was always noises up there. Always. Since my mama died, there ain't been one noise yet.
Huh.
Are you in the basement or what?
Yeah, he's in the basement.
Mm.
That's his hangout zone.
Oh, okay. Just say you got all that big old house and you go hang out in the basement.
I have a secret refrigerator down here.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And one of his favorite chairs is also down there. He's sitting
Now our next door neighbor Joanne called my mom. It's right after my grandma died, and she's like, she never called my mom, and she was there. How are you? You know, the small talk at the beginning, and she goes, Athlete, can I ask you a question? She goes, sure. She goes, I know your mama. She goes, yeah, because small town. She goes, I thought she just recently died. And she goes, she did, Joanna. She said, then why was she looking out your bedroom window? It freaked Joanne out. Now, Diane, our other neighbor, used to be my mom's best buddy, basically drinking buddy. And all of us kids were at school. And they were down in the basement. It's not a basement like that. This is carpet, paneling, a whole shebang. It's like a house on top of a house.
Completely finished?
Oh, yeah, fully finished. 3 bedrooms, a bath, a craft room, a living room, a family room, a dining room, and a kitchen are all downstairs. And it's open floor plan, so.
Oh.
But they were down there, and us kids were at school. And Diane heard stomp, stomp, stomp upstairs, and she goes, Athlete, are the kids home today? She goes, no. She goes, well, somebody's upstairs, and in the upper house. And she goes, oh, Diane, don't worry about it. And we're used to that. She goes, no, I can't leave you here. And so they've been over because we got a full-size pool table in the basement. So they went over, and Diane insisted on screwing up the fat ends on the cubes. And so they went upstairs, looked inside every bedroom, the kitchen, the family room, the dining room, the sunroom, both bathrooms, upstairs, and closets. There was no one there.
Those honey mustard beds.
Huh?
I'm sorry?
Are those honey mustard?
No.
They went back downstairs and they heard that boom, 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 and again. And she goes, Evelyn, please get the baby. My niece was just a baby at the time. Please get the baby. Come over to my house until Marvin gets home. I can't leave you over here by yourself, please. She goes, Diane, we're used to it. It happens all the time. Not 6 months later, she moved away. She sold her house and moved away.
See, that room over there is going to be finished. And this room here is just going to be deep freezers and a wood furnace, water heater, obviously, and all that garbage and regular basement stuff. But I'm finishing that other room, putting a bathroom and everything in there.
And my mom and dad, okay, when you walk through either this, I'd say you walk through the basement door, not sliding basement door, but the regular door. You walk in, you got your game room there, and you go. See, you walk in, game room, living room, dining room, kitchen. If you walk straight, you got a bathroom in straight in front of you. You got also the craft room there. You got bedrooms on both sides. Now, if you're heading towards the kitchen, you got another bedroom on the right hand side. You go up the spiral staircase, you enter the kitchen. There's a sunroom outside of the kitchen there. Then you got the dining room, you got the living room, a long hallway. It's a bedroom, a bedroom, a bedroom, and a full bath. Oh, and there's a half bath in the other bedroom. There's like 18 rooms in this house.
What are you looking at, Josh?
Huh?
What were you just looking at?
The garbage all around me.
I saw the stair. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, downstairs is all gas. Upstairs is all electric. The huge generator that they got is gas. The heat downstairs is also gas. And this is the house they wanted to give me. No, thank you. No, thank you.
They can give it to your sister.
My sister already owns 2 of them.
Okay. Well, they wanted to give your house away to her.
To my niece.
Oh, to your niece. Then the niece should have that house.
And that's an idea. Because my brother owns 2 houses. My sister owns 2 houses. One of them is down on the Greenbrier River. That's where she sends her husband when she gets pissed off at him.
Go fishing. Go down the river.
That was Ray Brower, wasn't it? On Stand By
Yeah.
Me. You said Gray Brower. That's why I got thinking about that. I was like, Gray Brower? Didn't a kid die down there? No, I was at movie. Ray Brower, Stand By Me. A kid got hit by the train.
Oh.
Never watched the movie.
Yeah, it's Greenbrier River. Yeah, down in, it's got a house down there.
Pretzels and hair do not mix.
I'm just happy with the one house that I own. Oh, almost own.
Which I almost own mine.
But I guarantee you there is 6 bedrooms in that house. If I did get that house, I'd have room for 3 separate families, like couples, to come visit me there. Because there'd be 3 unused bedrooms.
Okay, Brenda.
All right, Brenda.
Good night, Brenda.
Bye.
Good night, Brenda.
Hey, what's the tail?
Yeah, but I mean, that house, we heard stomping upstairs. We heard feet scooting on the floor, down in the basement on the carpet. It was and the carpet. I mean, the underneath the carpet, it's all concrete.
Underneath a bunch of junk, I got concrete down here too.
Under my tile, I got concrete.
Glenn, you know what that's like. You probably been out in the barn. Hey, look, there's a dirt floor right there.
Oh. Now I was sitting here thinking part of my hog lot down there is concrete.
I felt okay. My sister and I was goofing around, and she thought I had my balance, and I didn't, and I fell straight back like a 2x4, and my head literally bounced off that concrete floor.
That's what's wrong with you.
Probably.
No, they probably, if she'd had anything up there beforehand, she'd had damage, but since she didn't have nothing, it didn't hurt nothing.
My dad was freaking out. He's like, "Oh my God, you done killed her!"
Dadgummit.
I pick at her to this day. I said, "You know why I'm like I am, don't you?" She goes, "Why?" I went, "Because you dropped me on my head." She goes, "That's not funny. That bothers me to this day." And I went, "I think it's funny." It does. It bothers her bad. Oh, get this crap. Travis works with PPL, which is public partnership something. And, because he gets paid to help me, take care of me. Well, he wanted to make sure that his balance the other day that he was getting on the phone was correct. So he went to talk to an agent. The agent wanted to know where he spent all his money at, how much all the money he spent were at for those 4 places, and what he bought.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter what he bought? What does it matter?
Exactly.
What is that, Red?
Cigarette.
Oh, behind you.
Bullhorn and a rooster.
Why the hell did I duck?
Tell some more ghost stories.
I don't know why I ducked. Those are Texas Longhorns.
I know what that is.
And that's the rooster Brenda gave
That's
me.
the Calky and the Red.
No.
Ain't that right, Josh?
That's right.
That's the Calky and the Red.
What, you saying I'm full of bullshit?
No, Texas Longhorn cow ain't got no sense.
Oh, I didn't know
Not a lick. Not a lick. That one I had.
I don't know why I ducked, Susan. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't face plant right here on the computer in front of everybody. What? What's that behind you? Ah, pow! Yeah.
She jumped the gate, and she got there just a ball. I thought, what the hell's wrong with that cow? I looked at the kitchen door, and she's looking up at the kitchen door at me, standing with her butt up against the gate. But you jumped the damn thing. Figure how to get back in there. I had to walk down there and open the gate. She walked back through it. She'd reach her, stick her horns in there and pull that barbed wire up, walk through it, and sit there and bail her.
Wow.
Walk that through the hole.
No, honestly, Susan, I don't know why I have no idea why I ducked. I have no idea why I did that.
Talking about ghosts and whatnot, I got Red all freaked out. That's
I'm used to it.
That goes to show when somebody's scared of their own shadow, don't it?
That's right.
Hey, when you're sitting here and you're talking, and all of a sudden you get tapped on the top of your head by something that's not behind you, it kind of like gives you the willies.
Well, that's why I done it. Go ahead.
Unless you are Stretch Armstrong, there ain't no way in hell you did that.
That's why I said it.
Wait a minute. First you said that's why you done it. Now that's why you said
That's
it.
why I said that. Because you said something hit you in the head earlier, and we was talking about ghosts and whatnot. That's why I said, "What's that behind you?"
Oh. Okay.
Hey, I told you, Josh.
Yeah, you're right, Glenn.
She
I
got
thought you were
pregnant.
talking about the horns back there.
No, I know what that is. Boy, howdy. You know, Red, I do have a farm.
I wanted to quit raining so we can get out there and actually pick some blackberries.
I do have a farm, Red.
Yeah.
I
You
know what
do.
count horns are.
Wow. Don't know.
Her sister dropped her on her head, Glenn.
Yeah, she did. She really did.
Oh, mercy.
A lot of people don't know what the rooster's riding the arrow for, neither. Do you know, Red?
Why?
She's waiting on you.
Why the rooster's riding on an arrow?
Why did the rooster ride on an arrow?
Uh-huh.
Never heard this one before.
Well, you got one sitting behind you there.
Oh, that's true. That came from Brenda.
Uh-huh. But a lot of people don't know where that come from, why they put a rooster on top of the arrow.
Why not? One time it was like a weather vane, you know?
Yeah, that's
A
what
weather
they're
what?
for, so they'll know which
A
way
weather
the wind's
main or a
blowing.
weather vane?
A weather vane.
Okay, you sound like you said Maine.
Oh,
That way they know which way the wind's blowing.
yeah. She got me that. She got me a couple. She brought me some pictures.
That
That's
went
in
over
my
her head,
kitchen.
Glenn.
Uh-huh.
It did. But then I'm short, so that explains it.
All righty.
We'll run with that one.
Well, somebody said to me one day, they said, that went totally over your head. And I went, well, don't worry. Next time I'll fucking stand up. Maybe it won't. They were like, okay, touche.
Well, Red, you know how they get hens, don't you? They pop the peckers off the roosters.
I did that about 2 years ago. When we butchered him, so yeah.
Oh boy.
And God, that was funny because, huh?
That done been 2 years.
Because Max is already over a year old now.
Huh?
It's been 2 years. Marvin, the rooster, was an idiot.
Yeah. Good night, Susan. Thank you
Good
for
night,
dropping
Susan.
in. And April said tell you good night too.
I ain't going to bed no 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. I can't deal with that.
I crashed at 2. And it's up at
Wow.
9 o'clock this morning. Never
went to bed-
sleeping that late.
I went to bed about, well, it was after 3. It's probably more closer to 3:30. And I got up at 9 and I'm like, no.
I don't know what time I finally went to sleep. I laid here forever, seemed like. But I did wake up about 10.
I think I went to bed around 2:33.
I fell asleep with a gray little kitty cat laying on my head.
And what time did you wake up?
Me?
Yeah.
5.
Ooh.
Boy, I didn't.
That's why it's exhausted right now.
Yeah, that each medicine they put me on, it's wearing me out.
I know one thing. I need to get off here so I can start dinner for tomorrow.
What did April do? Go to bed?
Huh?
So what did April do? Go to bed?
No,
No,
they're in
she went to put up some stuff.
No.
He's in the bedroom, so she's not in bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Only thing I got to do is when we hang up is go.
Huh?
I'm just looking at a pretty piece of property in Vermont. Deer stand will be down.
Oh, Lordy mercy.
Is that got the number thing in it too, Glenn?
No, I couldn't afford them number beds.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't afford the bed you got.
Me either.
I couldn't either. She bought this, I didn't.
Ah. All right, well, everyone, I've got, like I said, I got to get dinner on for tomorrow.
All righty.
It'll cook all night and then biggest part of tomorrow.
That sounds
Okay.
like the way I usually do my pintos. I put them on the night.
That's what I'm putting on. I'm putting on pinto beans, and tomorrow we're going to make cornbread, and of course, I got to use my cast iron skillet.
Yep.
You got ham hocks put in there or what?
Oh, no.
Oh God, black eyed peas and ham hocks,
No.
and a good cornbread.
Bacon?
Well, what are you gonna put in your beans?
Beef bouillon.
Oh
What?
no.
No meat.
No.
No. I don't ever
No.
put meat in my pinto beans, ever.
No. Get
Yeah,
you a big
yeah.
old slab of ham or some bacon or something throw
I
in there.
can't eat
Yeah.
ham.
You ain't got to eat the ham. It's just for flavoring.
That's right. They're just for flavoring.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
that ham hock.
That's a
that
lot better
just-
than that
that
beef bouillon
That brings the
bullshit.
flavor to them beans.
That's the
Yeah.
only way I can eat pinto beans, because when you cook the ham hocks, a lot of that salt goes into the beans.
What do you
Can't
think's in
have
that beef
salt.
bouillon?
Huh?
What do you think's in that beef bouillon cube?
It's the only
Just
way
full
I
of salt?
can eat it. It's the only way I can eat it. It's the way I grew up, and it's the way I'm going to eat it from now on.
I got to have my ham hock. That's the way I was growed up.
Yeah, you got to have ham hocks in
Or
there.
some bacon. It's got to
I
have some
haven't
kind
had-
of pork
Slab
in
of
it.
bacon, big chunk of ham or something, some ham
I haven't
fat.
had that. I haven't
Fat,
had that
fat.
in years.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
My stepmother used to make. My mother used to make that for my stepdad, and I went to visit her in Germany when she made it, and then down in Tennessee when they lived there, and oh my God, it was so good. And then she'd put the cornbread in the cast iron skillet and put it in the oven.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot cook cornbread at all.
Oh, we make it from scratch. It is so.
Boy, if you want, when I was growing up, when I was about, I don't know, 14, 15 year old, Daddy put in a big old timey cook wood stove outside. My mom's dad, that old man loved to cook, and boy, he could do some cooking. He come up there one summer and he put on a pot of pinto beans and cooked. No, it wouldn't. He put on a pot of fresh green beans, fixed turnip greens. I forget what all he cooked on top of that wood stove. But he took that
Everything.
big cast iron skillet and made a big pan of cornbread in that wood cook stove oven. Oh, Lord, I mean, it had that real thick crust. God, it was good.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a milk. We had a milk cow at the time, so we had ice cold
Dunk that
fresh
milk in.
cow's milk.
Dump that cornbread in
you-
the milk,
Oh God,
Hey,
yeah, that's
or fill up
dessert
your
there.
glass of milk, or fill up your glass of cornbread and dump milk all over top of it and eat it with a spoon. Boy, howdy!
That-
There's
that's
so
the best
many
dessert
things that
ever
I
had.
can't eat. I can't eat dairy. I can't do it.
What about goat milk?
I'm allergic to dairy.
Goat milk's different,
Goat milk's
Red. I
different.
bet you could
I've
drink
never tried goat milk.
You can't tell the difference.
Well, I tell you what, I about bet you if you had some A2 Jersey cow milk, I about bet you ain't allergic to it.
She could probably drink it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Do you ever milk, Josh? Or is all of
No,
yours just beef?
that Jersey, she said daggum on her. I'd stick her in the head shoot for 4 days to get her to settle down so I get a hold of her.
We got one. We got to learn to milk, don't we,
Yeah, I
Daddy?
got a new one I got to get started on. And the bad part, I usually start on them today, days before they have their first calf.
Well, usually a year before.
But this one, I ain't got, where I've been sick and everything else, I ain't got to mess with her. And now she had a calf, 2 months old?
Yep.
And still ain't been messed with. So I got a feeling she's going to be fun.
Well, that Jersey crossing mine, I didn't know she was bred. And me and the boy was out there one night. I was doing the feeding, and she turned her backside to me and started back out toward that back pasture. I go, looked at him. I said, when the hell did that happen? He goes, I don't know. Because overnight she had a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah,
They can do that.
It wasn't a week later. If I hadn't stopped and got gas and chewing the back and stuff in town, I'd have caught that calf when she had her. She had a little heifer calf out there. That was that. I think April commented on that one. But she didn't take her, and that calf lasted about a week. But yeah, that calf was still wet when I got out there. And that old heifer's out there eating that after birth and whatnot. And had to run the dog off of it because he down there licking on the calf. And of course, that pissed the heifer off. And she was kind of rough with her too. So I don't know. She's rough with all the calves.
Yeah.
But I figured that's just part of that Jersey in her. It's a damn honor anyway.
Well,
That
ours
Jersey's-
is
Good night.
awesome.
Good night, everyone.
Not
Good
really.
night,
Good night,
Red.
Red. We love you.
Love you too. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Mhm.
See you next time.
But yeah, Jersey's usually really good with calves.
Yeah, I know. Listen here, she just means the day is long.
Yep.
Ours is Jersey Guernsey mix, except for Parquet.
No,
And she's Jersey Holstein mix. But
Mhm.
mine's
Parquet.
Jersey Angus cross.
Oh.
So, but my Angus is just that Angus bull I got's like having a daggum dog out there. It weighs 12 or 1,500 pounds. Come and step on your daggum foot and lean on you.
Mhm.
Well, now our girls, honest to good, well, even to Brownie, they'll come up to us in the pasture and they'll eat out of my hands. I can pet them. You can call their names. They'll look at you like, what you want?
Well, I can mine, but I'm the only one.
Well, me and Glenn can do it to ours. But
See, I mean, I got friends come over and the boys used to be able to do it, but they ain't, since they don't live here no more, because they go out there all the time fool with them. But anyone else comes over and they little kid, you bring your little kids over. Let's go to the farm. Let's go to the farm. They got their hands through the fence, holding grass and whatnot. And cows just kind of sitting there looking at them.
well, now
I don't know,
Parquet,
you-
you offer her food. I don't care who you are. She coming to you. Anybody wanting to steal Parquet, all you gotta do is offer her some kind of food, and she's all for it.
Well, mine love them Granny Smith apples we grow.
Yeah.
They tear them things up. And that's where that one little heifer calf kept getting out all last fall. She'd get out there in the orchard and just stay there. Well, somebody drive by and see her out in the yard. Oh, there's a calf out. She ain't going nowhere. And I had the neighbor call me one day. Hey, you got a calf out? And I said, okay, well, ain't no big deal. So I called home and Caleb would stop by for dinner or something or other. And I was at work and I said, go check, make sure all the calves are in. He said, you're all out back, Dad. I said, well, who's outside? He said, Diesel. The damn dog was outside, and the neighbor drove by and seen the Rottweiler and thought I had a calf out in the yard. I'm
Well,
like,
you
you
know,
need to go back
too.
where y'all came from, move back to the city if you can't tell the difference between a dog and a calf.
Exactly. But you know, Tootie, the one he's talking about, had one that was 2 months old. We named her Fruity. And whenever, for a week and a half after she was born, Peckerhead got to wanting to get rough with her. So she would come through the fence and she would actually go across the pig pen road and lay over a pretty good ways from the fence.
That's just natural for a calf to get out of the pasture.
Well, after she
Oh, you
realized
can't-
Peckerhead couldn't get to her no more, she started staying in there. So I
You
think
can't
it was
keep them small
Peckerhead.
ones in.
I got to going down there running her back in about 3 times a day.
That's
And
the way
she got mad.
them ones of mine are. You can't keep them small ones in. I don't care.
Yeah.
Unless you got woven wire, you ain't gonna keep them in.
Yep.
They go right through. I got 5 strings of barbed wire. You just weasel her way right through there and on out in the backyard. And I'd walk out back and do something. She'd be sitting there looking at me. Like, get back.
Well,
there,
we got
goddamn fence."
electric.
Yeah, we got electric, but I think baby calves are immune to electric
I
for the
think so,
first
too.
week of their life. Because I've had them at a week old just stand under the fence and stand there and look at you and the wire laying on their back.
That's something.
And our fence is hot, ain't it, Glenn?
Yep.
It's hot.
Where I've got my electric, you get a hold of it. Trust me. And
Yeah, I went and been over one day, was moving the chicken tractors, and I been over and it popped me in the butt. I stood up in a hurry. Glenn died laughing.
I've got a 120-mile box on it, and I ain't got half that much fence.
I've got a 100-mile box on mine, and I've probably got 10-mile of fence on it.
Mm.
Well, a buddy of mine come over one day and unhooked the electric and set it down. Well, I opened the gate up and just turned loose that one hit the ground and it landed around top of that hot wire. I went to hook that gate or close that gate. Boy, howdy. He thought it was
I've
funny. I was
tested.
pissed.
I've been out here when I go around and clean the fence off really good and test it. I've seen it hitting 9.8.
I ain't never tested mine with a tester. I just grab a piece of grass and put on it, run along it. But
Well, I used to
need
use
get me
a screwdriver at a T-post and touch it to the fence and hold it about. I figure if you can stay at least between 1/4 and 1/2 inch away and it arcing, it's pretty
That's
good.
hot enough. I'll take a big old long blade of grass and lay out there on top of it, and that's how I test my fence.
I was down there one day. I was putting in hay on the bull where we had them 2 little bulls down there. I walked up there, grabbed the fence, stepped over the fence, went out there and done some stuff, come back around there, and the bottom strand was loose. And I leant down on my knee and I grabbed hold of that fence.
Whew.
My arm went numb. She's standing out there laughing at me.
My hand to my elbow went numb when I picked that gate up that day.
Yeah.
Well,
If I had to pee, I'd pee my boot full.
we was putting a fence up around the chicken, or was it the goats? It's the chickens, wasn't it? The little diddles out here in the yard. When I was grabbing a hold of the grass and I was hollering, oh. I didn't know grass would shock you with electric, but I found out.
Yeah,
She there kept hollering, oh, and I'm sitting there like, what in the world are you doing? She throwed her handful of grass and reached down there and grabbed another and start hollering. I'm like, you dummy, that fence is on. Well, what's that got to do with it? And I said, it'll shock you through grass.
That's crazy.
I did not know, but I found out.
Yep.
All right. I got to mute my mic. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
You don't need to hear me.
Who else left in here anyway?
I don't know.
Let's-
Susan at New Horizon.
Yeah.
Susan at Urban Bucket said good night.
Yeah, I knew. I told you. Tell her good night.
But
Is
I don't-
Stevie, you still in here with us?
Stevie, if he is, he may done me asleep sitting there holding his phone.
Probably. I know it's showing 5 in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Stevie's probably done asleep.
Yep, he probably is.
Susan might be. She ain't commented in a while.
Nope. Susan, did you go sleep on us? Or you got some more firemen and EMT out there you looking at?
Whoops, Josh just fell out.
Yep, he sure did.
She might have had to go find her some ham hock and beans after we was talking about it.
She might have. Me and you the only two up here now, right?
Oh. Which ain't been on here, but almost 2.5.
Easy back.
He's back.
Did you accidentally cut it off?
Yeah, I was switching from the iPad back to my phone. Try to home today.
Have you ever had Jersey meat?
I've had Jersey Angus cross.
Jersey meat's just good.
The pure Jersey to me is a sweeter, leaner meat.
Yeah.
I like it a whole lot better.
Yeah, I usually butcher the Jerseys because they don't seem to get near the weight you want on them.
Well, to me, it ain't as much about the weight as it is the flavor.
Well, it takes longer to grow them out.
Yeah, it takes longer to grow them and everything. I mean, they're not profitable for, a beef operation.
But just for your own self.
But for myself, I would rather take the time and grow them out and have my Jersey.
We got one down. How much would you say Brownie weighed? Brownie's a large ace.
1,400 pounds.
He's big. But whenever you get them and they're growed out like that, but he's what, Glenn? 6, 7? He's the same age as Parquet, give or take. Because remember, she used to babysit him.
No, Parquet's older than
a little,
Brownie.
yeah.
But yeah, he's probably a good 6-year-old. Well, howdy there, old things acres. How are you
acres?
But they got like a gold color marbling through their meat.
Yeah.
And it's just the steaks. The first time we went and had one done, I was going to tenderize the steaks because it wasn't a real tender cut of steak. And it just fell apart. And I said, well, I guess I got to do that no more.
Yeah. And they was
a lot of times the older Jersey milk cows, they a lot of times they got real good tasting meat, especially right after they have a calf, are weaning a calf.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just, to me, they're tender and sweeter tasting.
I'm taking you guys outside, so I thought I'd aim the camera at you all while I walk outside.
All righty.
Have you ever built the Galloways, Glenn?
Nah, I've seen them, but I've never had her.
We had some, and their marbling and fat was really, really yellowish gold. And good, my goodness, that was good and tender. I don't know what it is about the dairy.
It's always my internet connection, something.
Yeah, Josh, talk a little bit more.
What did I say?
You broke up.
Yeah, your mic was breaking up a little.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing a lot of people don't realize about the Jerseys. They was really one of the first dual purpose cows that there was.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get all high tech here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, put in his earbuds.
There you go.
There you go. Boy, we can hear you good now.
Or no, what are them, iPods or something they call them?
They come with my iPhone. I don't know. They got a cord attached to them. I can't get too far from it.
I hear you. Boy, it brought the volume up.
It did.
Yeah, it did. You're nice and clear. I can watch you guys on my phone, so that way I don't lose what's going on in chat.
Yep.
But I built the Galloways. They had a real yellow marbling and real yellow fat cap. It was just so good and tender, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them, but they take longer to raise up too. Excuse me. I think they're more dairy, ain't they?
I don't know on them. I don't really know much about them. I just know I always thought of them as being an Oreo cookie.
Yeah. I got one. Her name's Maybelle, but she's belted. But she's a belted Angus cross. And she eats the briars. I mean,
Ours
If
will
you
eat
part
the
That's what I
the
wondered.
leaves and stuff off of them.
Yeah, ours will. They'll eat the leaves off of the briars, a lot of it, but they
No.
won't get in there too much.
That belted won't eat the whole daggum thing. She'd
Yeah.
sooner eat that than a bale of hay. Well, my God, I'll keep her around.
No
No
doubt.
doubt. Have you ever had any goat meat?
Yeah.
Is it good? Honestly,
It's different to me. But everybody says, "Oh, you can't. It's just the same." No, it ain't the same. It's more gamey, I think.
Well,
that's what I
that's-
started to ask.
Everybody that I've talked to told me that if you like deer meat,
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
goat
exactly.
is a lot like the deer meat, but
It
don't
is.
have as much game taste to it as the deer meat does.
Well, see, I soak my deer meat in salt water overnight after when I first cut it off the bone. First thing I do is after of course, I hang them and everything. I cut it off the bone. It goes straight in the saltwater bath and sits there for 24 hours in the refrigerator. And then I'll take it out, rinse it off real good, and that seems to take all the gamey taste out of it to me anyway. And I've had some deer meat that my old taxidermist that had done one of my deer. I went over to pick it up one day, and he called me and said, "Hey, your deer's done." I said, "All right, I'll be over." Get over there, and his wife's cooking deer steaks. I'm like, "Yeah, shoot, I'll eat some." I got one down, and it was all I could do. There's plenty more in there. I'm full. It was just awful.
Yep. I've had a lot of fixed like that. Now, my mom, she always used baking soda and vinegar to soak them in.
See, I heard buttermilk works good too.
Yeah.
Somebody else was telling
I
me that. I ain't never tried it.
I ain't never tried it, but I never tried baking soda either.
Why are you all crackly?
I don't know. Are we that way too? I noticed Josh.
No, you're not. Just Josh is when he put his after he put his headphones in, he's all crackly.
It's probably the cord on them.
Move the cord a little bit and see.
Oh, you was playing to start with when you first put them on.
Yeah. Now try again.
I moved the cord. Probably wouldn't have done it.
There you go. It's still good.
Yeah.
They're old. It's hard telling how old these things are.
I know this person said they took it was I forgot his name. Out at Wendy's, your friend and my friend James. James said he took steaks and wrapped them in deer steaks and wrapped them in bacon and put them in the oven, and he said that really helped the flavor of them.
Well, you put anything in bacon, it can't be bad.
Exactly. Bacon's good on anything.
You wrap a dog turd in bacon, I'll probably eat it.
Have you ever tried bacon wrapped pickles?
No, but I'm going to.
Oh, those are good. I didn't think I'd like them, and Glenn ain't even a pickle person, and he loved them.
I fixed a deer shoulder one time, and the way I done it, I took and sliced it down to the bone.
Yeah.
And then I took, I had about 3 packs of bacon, 3 pounds of bacon, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I stuck, I went about every inch, and I'd stick a slice of bacon in every one of them slits that I cut in it.
Oh, man.
And then I layered bacon over the top of it. And I put, what was it?
You injected it.
Yeah, I injected what, though? Oh, Lordy, I can't remember now what I put in it and mixed. But anyway, then when it got, about 30 minutes or something before it got done, in the grill. I laid pineapples all over the top of it.
No, I bet that was good.
Well, I put it like this. My brother was eating it and telling my mom how good it was, that was the best deer shoulder that she'd ever made. And when I told him that I was one that fixed it, he called me a liar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I used to tell Glenn made gravy one morning, and I told him, I said, I'm not making them with gravy. That's your job from now on.
That's what you said about a cake, too.
He cooked me a chocolate cake because I was sick. And that
I've
was
never
the
made
best.
gravy.
Oh,
I've
I
never
love
made
it.
gravy. I've never made gravy in my life.
I love me some good gravy. Now,
No,
I'm going to tell you, I got an Instapot, and that is the easiest way to make gravy I've ever found. You ain't got to stand there and just stir and stir and stir.
Really?
And it's just smooth. It's good, ain't it, Glenn?
Pretty good.
April, I've only used my Instapot once, and I've kept it in my cabinet since, and it's going to stay there until it rusts and falls apart.
I love my Instapot. I'm telling you, I love it.
Well, if you ain't going to use it, you ought to give it to somebody to get some use out of it.
Well, there's nobody around to give it to because I don't hang with nobody.
Send it up here.
That's
No
what I
doubt.
heard say.
I could handle two, too.
I got to get the little weight thing to make it a pressure cooker because I ain't got one. Mine's missing.
Oh, if you'll go to Amazon, I think you can order them.
I got mine from my mother-in-law a couple years ago. We used the Instapot part once, but that was just it. But Amy makes the best damn gravy I ever eat in my life, and I'm from Virginia. I've had some gravy, but
I take the best gravy is take sausage and fry it, and then put your flour and milk and all that in it.
that's how we do it up here.
Sausage gravy.
Yep.
I open up a jar of gravy and I put it in a pot and I heat it up and I serve it.
That stuff gives me heartburn.
That ain't gravy.
It's
Hey,
not.
look, I was never taught how to cook, so leave me alone, all right?
Only thing you got to do is get you a pan, put you some kind of bacon grease or something in it, put you a couple of tablespoonfuls of flour in it,
Some salt and pepper.
a little salt and pepper. Start stirring it around. As soon as it starts turning brown, pour your milk in it and stir it on up till it thickens
Till it
up.
thickens, yep.
So I know how to make gravy.
I just open up a jar in a box and I serve.
Desiree, there's this thing called YouTube.
Exactly.
It's another thing
That's what I
called.
started saying.
It's another thing called taking your time and learning how to do it.
Well, it's another thing called I can't stand at the stove anymore and cook.
There's a lot of people sits in a wheelchair and cooks or on a
Not,
chair.
not in my galley kitchen, you don't.
You can take you a stool in there and sit down
Put your
on
bar
the corner
stool
of it
in there.
and do it.
Put my
When
what?
my feet are hurting
bar
real
Put your bar
bad,
stool in there.
that's what I do. I got me a tall one from Walmart, and I'll set it in there if my feet's hurting real bad, and I'll cook.
Yeah, I can't, no, it hurts my it hits a pressure point underneath my cheek and the back of my thigh, and it
Get
hurts
you a
my
cushion.
sciatic nerve.
Do
Not a no bar stool, dude. I'd fall off and break my head open. You're gonna
Get a
come
little
down and
bit
stitch me
shorter
up?
one. Get you a hot plate and set it on your coffee table.
I could do that.
Uh-huh. That way you can sit on the couch and do it.
There's a will, there's a way.
That's right. I used to cook in the sleeper of my truck, so don't tell me you can't do things.
I made a mini meal back there in that little low bitty frying pan. Going
I
down
made
the
macaroni
road.
and cheese on the grill one time.
Macaroni and cheese on the grill?
I couldn't cook it on the stove because when I first got divorced from my first wife, and I was making the boys hot dogs and hamburgers, and they wanted some macaroni. Well, I burned it in the damn kitchen, so I took it out there and threw the pot of water on the grill and on the charcoal grill and cooked it out there.
Now, see, that's another thing you can make in your Instapot. And you don't have to have the little pressure cooker thing. Does yours have a sear button?
It's an Instapot brand, great big thing.
You can, mine's not Instapot. It's
Barbara?
Cyberware.
Maybe that's what it is.
And it's got a sear button, and I use that sear button more than I do any of the pressure settings. Now, if I'm cooking something froze, I'll use one of the pressure cooking settings, but most of the time, my sear button's what I use because it's 30 minutes.
Most of the time, I use my Blackstone or my charcoal grill or my smoker or my deep fryer outside.
Yep.
Most of the
But
time, I beg my kids to make me something.
I bought that Blackstone for inside. That thing, that little dude's nice, but you don't get the same flavor off
Hold on,
that.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You don't
I
get that
didn't.
same flavor off that ceramic. What is that coating? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That gold,
ceramic, ain't it?
Teflon?
Ceramic
that
coating.
copper
Oh,
coating
copper
thing,
coating.
whatever it is. As you
Or
do the
what's that other one they
Cast
got
iron.
now?
They got cast iron
no, it
coating
ain't
I
cast
too.
turned the
iron.
sound off
It's,
too.
titanium or something, ain't it, Glenn?
they got one out something rock, ain't it?
I
They got
don't know.
diamond
Granite?
wire. Yeah, I got granite. They got
Yeah, I
diamond wire
think
and
it
the
got
granite.
granite or something like that coating.
Well,
And
I bought some granite knives that's supposed to be real great and sharp. Then freaking junk's what they are. But
Well, I'm telling you, if you
Give me
want
the
you a
juice.
really good knife, you need to get one from
Darren.
Darren. Honestly, those things, whenever they come up, we got one from him, and the way they feel in your hand. And Glenn done cut himself. He can tell you they sharp.
Okay.
well, that one that
Blink to light when you're ready
did
to
you
go
watch
back
that
down.
chicken fried
I'll see it in
rice
the I'll see
video
it in
I
the
done?
video.
Yeah, you don't remember me giving you a hard time telling you I wanted some of that.
Yeah, but I can't. I had so many daggum comments on that thing. That knife I got from that I just gotten. I don't remember what brand it is now. That thing's sharp now.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, and this is the honest truth. My daddy bought me a big set. I don't know where he got them because he got me one, Carla one, and he got Alan and Kim one. But it's they're serrated, and it's called diamond cut something because that's what still wrote on the knives is diamond cut. And I've had them knives for what, Glenn? 10, 12 years.
Yeah, well.
And them things is still
Well,
sharp as
maybe.
crap. And I know
Well,
he didn't give much for them.
I got a big meat cleaver up there. I used it on my Reuben roll up video. That thing was sharp for all. It was
Right
Japanese
back.
something or other, some kind of Japanese brand thingy, but it was really really sharp. And then I need to work on it some, but I hate to sharpen something like that because I don't know what angle they used on it.
Hey,
I mean that's my biggest problem. Because it being so daggone big and keeping that angle, and Glenn knows what I'm talking about. That big
Them
thick
are-
piece of steel, it's like that freaking wide.
mm,
But that other one that she got me there the other day, that dude will cut you some stuff. But these Doll Strong knives and whatnot, $300 for a daggone knife. I ain't doing that.
that's what I was getting ready to say. There's a hardware store out here close to us, and they've got a knife area in there. I mean, I don't know what all brands and cases, and I don't know what all they got, but they've got
We
some
sell
in there, $300, $400, $500. I'm like, my God.
we sell cases at the hardware in town where I work at. But of course I get everything costing there, but still a case knife's a good knife, but they ain't the old case double X like what we
Nah,
grew up on. They ain't
nah.
nowhere near that knife. Now our steel tech, the steel power equipment guy, he probably sharpen them knives for me pretty good. He's pretty slick at that stuff. But
There used to be a guy.
Mama's boyfriend's good at it. Glenn ain't never been good at sharpening knives, have you?
No, but
I
I
can,
think it was up there in the upper end of Indiana or Illinois one. I can't remember, but there's a truck stop up there.
Oh,
And in the
yeah.
back, there was an older guy. I mean, he had the big round wheel, and he had all this stuff laying out there. And I took an old cheap pocket knife in there that was so dull that it was, you
wouldn't cut
didn't
hot
have to
butter.
worry about cutting yourself with it. You could tire yourself with it, but you didn't have to worry about getting cut,
Mm-hmm.
I come back out there and you can lay that thing toward your arm and the hairs just start falling off.
See, I can do that with my pocket knives,
Yeah.
and I've got mine so sharp before, and be putting a new battery in the 4-wheeler or something. You always got to put that battery acid in there, and not know I cut my damn finger until I got pouring that acid in there. What the hell's the burn so bad for?
Oh.
You found out you cut yourself in.
Oh.
But
Daddy used to keep his knives like that all the time, and when I was a kid, we killed hogs all the time.
mm-hmm.
And before he'd start killing every day, or that day, he would always stand there and sharpen the knives up good, and he'd just stick them in the tree. Well, I wasn't paying no attention. I walked up there and stuck my arm, or leaned up, propped up against the tree there, and I was standing there, and I felt something running down my arm, and I looked, and it was blood. 9 stitches between them 2 fingers. Never even felt it touch.
That's
He's
when
got a big old scar on his wrist where he bulldogged the bull and busted a jar.
Yeah, I thought that cow was going to be dead. He got out and he kept running by everybody, and he come running by me. I just dove and threw my arm over him and grabbed him by the nose and brought his head up, and we hit the ground hard. And I laid there and held him. He's probably about a 450-pound steer or bull.
That's probably the worst beating I ever took.
Yeah.
Oh,
he'd beat the crap out of my back with his legs and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I laid there and held him and hollering at him to hurry up and get there with a rope. And we got a rope on him and everything. And when I let him loose and come up, I had a big gob of just hair, blood, Yeah. I looked at my brother and I said, "You better check his neck." I said, "You could see that quart jar laying there where we landed on it and busted it." I said, "Probably going to have to call a vet." And I done like that, shaking it off, and looked back and I said, "The case all right." Brother said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I can see my bone."
Yeah.
But that quart jar just doesn't like that right there. Just sliced it, right to the bone.
Yeah, like I said, I keep my knives that sharp. You take it down there and just peel hair right off of them. And like I said, I've been putting in batteries in 4-wheelers and whatnot. And what the hell? Why does that burn so bad? Then I didn't even know I cut my thumb or my finger or anything. I thought I gotta quit making them so daggum sharp and go get someone hurt one of these days. But as far as them bigger knives, it's just too much steel to hold on to keep there. I ain't got to stay enough hand.
Ask Glenn about running the chainsaw. He had to go to the emergency room that night too. Day.
There's a couple times I should have.
Well, they told him
I had to.
They told him if the chainsaw had went the width of a sheet of a notebook further down in his leg, it would have hit his bone and it would have cut his whole leg off because it wouldn't have come out.
That doctor said it. He said that he could tell that the chain just barely shaved over the top of the bone. But I had two areas about 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart, where the chain or the saw bounced with me.
Yeah, it didn't have that safety chain on. I hate them things.
Yeah, that thing went in twice. I forget now.
I don't know. They had to stitch 2
they had
layers deep, right?
Yeah, they had to sew it up on the inside and then come out and sew up the outside. Because it was right in the muscle.
I was cutting one day, and hang on, it just it bounced back, and I don't know what it hit, but it hit me, and I was wearing my coveralls, and it come through my coveralls, hit my leg, and I don't know how I pulled it out, but I got it out just in time. I probably should have had stitches, but it didn't go. I was too damn stubborn to go to the doctor, and I've done that twice, and now they want to buy me a pair of them chaps. They're supposed to bog the saw up and close it up. I thought, they're just too much that can go wrong in the way I sharpen my chains. Because I ain't got time to screw around. If I'm cutting trees or cutting firewood, I ain't got time to be fooling around with it.
Exactly.
I want to get her done.
Comedy show, LOL. Yeah, we've been kind of laid back tonight, all things, Acre. We need somebody to jump up here and liven the show
I
up.
think we're too tired from last night.
Oh.
Last night was getting to me. I had to go.
Yeah.
Can't take. Man, I got a friend over here that's got one of them belt sanders for your knife. You ever seen them? They got them different grits and real fine grit.
I don't think I have. I watched Darren making his knives, and he's got some different belt sanders.
It depends on the night, all things acres.
I mean, it's like it ain't but like a 1 inch wide belt or anything, but they take him through there and they just start shaving her off there. And that friend of mine, hell, it ain't quarter mile through the woods, but you got to go down around the road to get to
10 miles around.
Yeah. And he's got one of them. Like, he does pretty good on them. He makes some knives too on his own. But I got too much other stuff to do to be fooling with all that making knives and polishing guns and whatnot. I'll take my gun out and shoot a deer, and shoot a pig, shoot a cow, whatever I got to do. Shoot some rabbits.
Put it back up.
Yep.
All right, I'm renaming the page. Lazy's Chit Chat Bar.
Well, we usually have fun, but I'm telling you, I just ain't felt good.
I had
week.
I got early today before we started, so I just hadn't really had the mood tonight.
Yeah, when he gets mad, I mean, he was shaking. He come in and said, "You need to calm me down." I said, "What happened?"
Yeah, instead of trying to calm me down, I'm having to explain her everything beforehand.
Well, I don't know how to calm you down. I don't know what's wrong.
How do I calm you down when you get mad? I don't start asking you a bunch of questions.
Exactly, Glenn. Leave the questions at the door.
Yeah. Get my mind off of things. That ain't gonna calm me down having to explain everything.
Well,
April, after all these years, you got someone got to tell you how to calm him down.
Well, believe it or not, he's not needed calming down but twice in the past, since 2002?
I don't know.
So 11, 12 years. So I'm really out of practice because he don't get mad. He's just a calm kind of feeler.
But today, I don't know what them pills that they give me for this itching.
Because he's been
putting my nerves on the edge.
He has been a butthole today.
Today, when that shit happened,
Billy Joe.
No,
we don't sleep.
Nope, we don't.
I was ready to go. I was ready to go toe to toe.
I know. When I get really mad, my hands start shaking because my blood pressure goes up.
Well,
if my hands start shaking,
my whole body had done started shaking. I looked at Daddy and told Daddy, I said, "Daddy, I've got to get out of here, or something's going to be bad." And I turned around and walked off.
I know. I told him today. I said, "You need to calm down."
You need to not say that.
He went over there.
You found out that I got that common wasn't a thing today, was it?
I told him for the past 2 days. I said, "You just being mean."
My ears get red and I get to shaking.
Hold on, I'm right back. I gotta turn the camera off.
You know, Glenn's on edge. He just said shit.
Oh, you should have seen him today, Billy. He was fit
I was
to be
probably
tied.
saying some worse ones than that.
He was. He cussed, and he don't never cuss. When I get mad and let one slip, he says, "Stop it. That's ugly." And I said, "Well, I'm really mad." Today, I didn't dare say anything because he was really mad.
Yeah, and you've seen me before when I got really.
Yeah, I have. But like I said, it's been a long time.
Billy Joe, how you doing?
Are you snuggling with your wife? Or did she kick you out of bed again? He's asleep at the table, hung off the chair.
Jeremy stopped in, so I had to turn off the camera while he was walking by. My son.
What'd he say after that?
I know.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
No, not up here yet.
We'll see. There's 3 there in the room, but 2 here. There
Well,
it
that
is. There it
takes
is.
a while to get up there where I can see it. I can't see it on the phone. 14.5
kilowatt hours
wires.
made down to 21%. Full.
Uh-oh. Hopefully you'll make it through the night.
Yeah.
Well, 21% full or 21% empty.
He said running the generator at the moment, I guess. ACM.
So that's 21% empty.
Welcome back,
Yep.
Josh.
Sorry, I broke the seal.
The daisies all watered.
Know what the weeds is.
You know, if you do that enough on the same weeds, it will kill them.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Unless it's the lemon tree and they say it helps him. I don't know.
I don't know
I
if you
ain't
do
got no
enough,
lemon
it'll
trees
kill
up
them.
here.
I don't think I would want a lemon from a lemon tree with somebody who's taking a leak near it all the time.
Nope.
No.
Oh, Josh, if you get a chance, send some of you Granny Smith apples.
I need to go out there and fix them. What you do?
You know what shipping costs on that would be anymore?
Well, I didn't mean no 5-pound bag or nothing.
Send you one
I'm
apple.
afraid to ship my Instapot anywhere with the way my mail got lost from my bills and shit.
Yeah. Well, that would be pretty expensive, probably.
Look at
Those things are
Oscar the
heavy.
Grouch up there. The Ice Queen.
Look at the Ice King down there.
Hey, I'm laughing and having a big time. You don't see me sitting there going, hey, Gwen, you ever...
Well, the way y'all sitting, y'all look like y'all wanted to face one another. So.
Here, I'll face this way.
I thought we was buddies.
April done it.
I did not. I don't even know where the mouse is.
Hey, in front of you.
You
Under my hand.
Exactly.
you ever smoked a pork loin, Gwen?
He's not a big pork guy except for sausage. You can't even hardly get him to eat a good old pork chop.
Now I like a baked pork loin,
Yeah.
but I do not like sliced pork chop or tenderloin fried.
So I'm smoking mine.
Yeah.
And the first time I done one, it was a 9.5 pound pork loin. And I done one 4th of July weekend. A tenderloin, not a pork loin, a tenderloin. You know what I'm talking about, the inside, the rib cage.
Yep.
And it took longer to do that little bitty old, we call it a catfish up here. I don't know what y'all call them. But it's like the filet mignon of the pork. But it took me 6 hours to do that little bitty old tenderloin. It took me 5 hours to do that 10-pound pork loin. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. At between 225 and 250. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Different.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Josh, you were breaking up really, really bad.
Oh, you gotta try.
I think he's frozen. Well, now he is.
No, he's not frozen.
Romanian specialty sausages.
No,
it'll be all
just
over YouTube on how to make it.
Oh.
Like what?
Billy's wanting some Romanian specialty sausage, and I don't know what MICI is.
Me either.
Never heard of it.
Me either. Billy, maybe if you put your solar panels up on top of your house, it'll help keep the tin cooler.
Might keep your solar panels, getting them up in the air, might stay in the sun longer too.
Yep.
If your house is, or your roof line's in the right direction.
If you need some help, let us know and we'll set a day where we can come up there and help you get up there and get them done.
I need to get solar panels because my house runs north and south.
Yep.
I do pretty good with some solar panels around here.
Yep.
I've got to get mine hooked back up.
Anybody needs some just in case
I got
power
to get.
outages or anything, especially freezers.
I got to get my BMSs put in them lithium battery packs that I've got. Get them all hooked back up and everything.
That's good and cold.
Mm-hmm.
What flavor is it?
This is actually Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh.
I
It looks
said
like
it in
a
there.
Gatorade bottle.
It's Gatorade.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It looks like a Gatorade bottle.
Yep, that's what it is. Or the bottle.
My favorite was Citrus Cooler, and I can't
Mine's
find it around here
orange.
nowhere.
Orange.
I like the orange. It gives me heartburn a little bit. Of course, ain't much don't give me heartburn anymore.
Yeah. You know what's good for that heartburn?
Milk.
Cow milk. Raw cow milk. I'm telling you.
Raw.
Yep.
I
fresh
used to
milk.
have
Leave the cream on.
I never did skim the cream. I just shake that dude up. I mean,
even that Jersey that we've got that has so much cream. I mean, I kid you not, that one, when you milk her at night, next morning, they'd be 2-3 inches of cream on top. I mean, she pours the cream.
Yeah, I always just shake it up. I still do it when I go get the store-bought stuff. The kids is always, Dad, why you can have milk up like that? It's what I'm used to. You know, that's how I remember Grandma and it was actually Nan, Papa, and Nana and Granddaddy. They'd always skim the cream off the top. But at the house, we just shake it up. We got all the butter we want from them, you know.
Now, if you're going to make butter, you need to skim the cream off. But if you ain't making butter, you leave that stuff on there.
Yeah, that was the best part of it.
That's the best. Good.
I don't like butter, but I can eat that.
Oh, you don't like homemade butter?
No, I like
said he didn't like butter, but he can eat that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that store-bought garbage, all the oil and whatnot in it. I
got to get started back and get my milk room down there cleaned out and start getting the cows back in and get back to milking because I'm missing my milk. Especially since I've had this gallbladder took out. Well, no, actually, ever since I got COVID, I've been craving milk. But after I've had my gallbladder took out, I've craved milk even more.
Have you noticed any difference in tea since you had it taken out?
He don't drink tea. Only way he drinks tea is in Long Island iced tea. He don't. Now, he will drink the...
I used to. I ain't drank none of that in years.
No, but you know, the old nasty Lipton powdered stuff you can make tea out of? He liked it. I said, how can you stand to drink it?
I can't stand that brewed taste in That's nasty.
It's good.
I get that cold brew tea, but my grandma used to get that. Was it Louisiana powdered tea or some other brand or something or other?
Yeah, they was Lipton. Louisiana and Lipton, and seemed like it was another one, but I can't remember.
There was another one. It wasn't Lipton. I don't think it was Louisiana.
I think it was another one, but I can't remember what it was.
It was a red label.
Nestle. Didn't Nestle have a tea?
They might have. It was good. God, to drink it now, I could no.
Have you ever tried green tea?
I like green tea.
I know I used to drink tea all the time, and I got to where it would give me really bad heartburn.
Yeah.
And then Wendy's, when I was working out there, they started using or having a green tea. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a whirl. So I tried it, and I didn't have no heartburn. So I went to drinking green tea.
I don't drink as much tea now as what it did because it seems like it runs right through me. But I ain't got time. So I started that cold brew stuff, that Lipton cold brew. You just pour it in the pitcher or put the bags in the pitcher, put the cold water, throw it in the refrigerator. But that green tea, I like it pretty good too. It's a lot lighter color.
It is.
I know, boy, I used to help a lot over there. He was big on them bottles of Lipton green tea citrus, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I got to drinking them a rat much over there, and I got to where I was liking them pretty good.
My cousin drinks him, and when I was going out of town with him a lot on the road for work, I'd try them. I just couldn't. I couldn't drink enough of them to make myself like them. I just didn't drink water and drink that crap.
Well, see, before my gallbladder, for years before having my gallbladder took out, I couldn't hardly drink much water. I started drinking water, and it come right back up. And my stomach, it would hurt my stomach and everything else. But now, since I've had my gallbladder took out, I've drunk a bunch of water.
Yeah, that's all we've been drinking is water. This is the first Diet Mountain Dew I've had today.
That's the first drink I've had since sometime yesterday.
Well, you had a few swallows yesterday, but not much.
I had that 20-ounce Pepsi, and I had just a little bit of Dr. Pepper left in the bottle, and so I've been out of drink since yesterday morning.
Well, I know you was out of drink, honey.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, he does. Well, he used to. But since he got sick, he don't like it.
I can't find a drink that tastes worth crap to me. I mean, I was drinking the diet drinks to try to help my sugar. And I got that COVID, and I can't stand a diet drink now, hardly, period.
I don't like that Mountain Dew at all.
I ain't never really liked it, but now tonight, that where it's slush, it ain't too bad. But
I love it whenever you put it in there and let it start slushing, and then break it up, and that is the best. I love it like that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And Diet Dr. Pepper, I never really tried it. I've heard people say you can't really tell a difference, but I don't know. I don't like diet anything.
There's a little bit of difference, but now to me, when I was drinking them and I went to the diet, the Walmart's Dr. Thunder, their Diet Dr. Thunder, tasted better than the Diet Dr. Pepper did. But, I've tried the Dr. Thunders. I've tried the regular Dr. Pepper, the Diet Dr. Pepper, Pepsi. The only thing I don't reckon I have tried is trying a Coke again. I ain't drunk Coke in years.
I don't like Coke. I don't like Pepsi.
I got sick one of the time, first time I got hospitalized when my stomach was back, 80 something. 81, 82, 83, somewhere right in there. Or no, it's probably 84, 85. And I was drinking, the company I was working for, that's all they had down there was a Coke machine. So I was drinking Cokes every day. And that day I got me a Coke, drinking it. And then the next morning I was so sick I couldn't. I got up and told Mom and them, I said, there ain't no way I can go to work. And Mama kept on until I went to the hospital to get checked out, and they threw my ass in the hospital because I was dehydrated and everything else.
See, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I used to love the McDonald's Coke, but I don't even like that anymore. Then I got to drinking McDonald's sweet tea, and I can't. That's like drinking syrup anymore. I can't drink that shit. But Mountain Dew in a can, Dr. Pepper in a can, I love it. I can drink Dr. Pepper out of the plastic bottles. It don't bother me so much, but I'm doing a bottle. I just don't. It hurts my stomach.
Well, see, cans is about. I don't like them out of the can. I can taste the can too bad in them.
Now, Bibby, I've always heard saltine crackers is good for your stomach when it is acid. It helps dries up the acid. Yeah. I probably smell one of them and walk backwards now. It's been so long.
No doubt.
That's why I like cans.
Now I got to say, I always like my bottles better than I did the cans.
I do. I really do.
But it's a whole lot harder to get rid of them.
Yeah. I can haul these off to the scrapyard and get a little bit of
Get some
change
money
back.
for some more.
Yeah.
I bought myself a 12-pack of Bud today in the bottles.
But yeah,
That's
if you
what
drink
I'll
it,
be ready. I'll be
favorite
ready for
used
next
to
weekend.
be
But
Budweiser.
I used
That's
to
what
drink
he
it
drank
when I was
always.
younger. I can't drink that
Budweiser
no
and
more.
Bush.
Regular red, white label Budweiser, I cannot stand that stuff anymore. I used to drink that when I was younger. Good night. I don't know what I was ever thinking.
That's
Of
all I
course,
drank when I was younger.
I
Had
know
PBR too.
like I said, when I was young, it was the red Budweiser, or not the red, but the red can of Budweiser, or
Yeah.
the Bush beer, and everybody started drinking that light stuff. And I said, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do the heavy stuff. To heck with that lightweight shit.
Well,
I did Heffenreffer also.
There
But
ain't
when
no
we
difference
first
in
started,
the ABVs all the same in any of them now. Ain't a red label Bud or Bud Light, Bush Light. I don't mind Bush or Bush Light, but regular Bud, I just don't care. It's an aftertaste or something to it. I don't care for.
when we first started dating, I kid you not, on Friday, because I was working third shift, I had to work Friday nights. Friday evening, or sometime Friday, I would go get me a case and put it in the cooler and ice it down. And we'd be riding around on Saturday night, and I'd drink a case of beer, and she didn't even know I was drinking.
Nope.
I drank a case of red Bud, and she didn't even know I drank.
And you were driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was driving.
Well,
Yeah, he was driving.
It was different back
He
then too, though.
I had the
Yeah,
cooler
man.
right behind the seat of my van, and I could reach right, behind my seat and open the lid up and get me a ice one out and pop it open and drink it. And I wasn't trying to hide it from her.
I always wondered why he chewed big red gum. Then I found out
Because it's
why
good.
he chewed it.
I like the big red chewing gum.
Big red
Yeah,
gum's
after
good.
beer.
I liked it during the week when I wasn't drinking a beer.
Y'all remember that gum that you used to chew in the center would squirt?
Squirt out, yeah.
That was good.
What was the name of that?
I can't remember.
Fresh something. wasn't it?
Freshen up.
Yep.
Freshen up. That's it.
Yep. Freshen
Was it?
up.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I remember it.
And do what? Oh, I was like, what oatmeal cookies?
Billy drank mostly water. We drink mostly water and sometimes ginger ale.
Nah, ginger ale, I ain't never been able to stand that stuff. Ugh.
My
I can't
kids like
stand
it.
that stuff.
It's
My
good when
mom-
you're sick.
My mom used to love it. My daddy
My
drank
grandma loved it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you having?
Who?
You.
Oatmeal cake?
I thought
Cream
that was an
filled
oatmeal cake.
cookie?
Yeah. From Little Debbie?
Okay.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yep.
Sure is.
Yeah,
I like
the
him fudge rounds too, but
You like the what?
Yeah,
Fudge
they're
rounds.
all right. I
But
like the
they
raisin
get-
cake.
there's too much. Anymore, they sell them big old things. There's too much of that for me anymore.
They
I
got
can't
a
get
big
sweets
one.
like I used to.
Oh, I'm a sweet girl. Too bad it doesn't show up right here in this face.
That's I don't put sugar on tea. I stick my finger in there.
I love right gun that the flavor is gone after 30
Sweet
seconds.
enough.
What is it that what I like? What is Swiss rolls from Little Debbie?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
those.
that's pretty good.
I don't
We
care
used
for
to
them.
eat them all the time.
Yes, I know, Mr. Ice King. You don't like things that are sweet.
Cupcakes. Now I like cake You know, something I'd figured out over my almost 45 years on this earth. Making
that?
everybody happy is impossible.
Amen.
Pissing them off is a piece of cake.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I like cake.
Hey, I ain't never thought about that. I'm gonna have to have that fixed on the show.
I like sweets because I like making everybody nice and sweet and cheerful and making them laugh when I'm in the mood for it.
But she puts me to sleep.
Yeah, I do. My sweet voice puts him to sleep. He's so bored. He goes. It's
Billy,
one
I
good
ain't
thing.
never really liked the funnel cake that good. You liked them, didn't you? Yeah.
I love fried dough.
Have you
From the
ever had
carnival?
a deep fried Oreo, Glenn?
Uh-uh.
Oh
neither.
my goodness!
Never
I
heard
bet
tell
that
of them.
would be good.
Take yourself down to county fair when it comes around and look for the deep fried Oreos. I
Josh,
never thought.
I'm 61 year old and never been to a fair.
Well,
I ain't never got to go to a circus.
I ain't never been to a circus.
I've been
Never
to a
been to a
circus.
circus. Never been to
I
a
got a
fair.
circus out in the backyard. Glenn, you got a circus out in the backyard.
What are you talking about? I got an ape that sleeps with me all the time.
Where's the doghouse?
Then call some of the youngins over, and you'll have you a circus out there at feeding time.
I used to have a T-shirt when we was dating that I wore every time I went up there. It said, "Welcome to the zoo."
He ain't lying. He really did.
Tempura, fried broccoli, and sweet potatoes are my favorite, Billy Joe says.
Now I like broccoli. Broccoli and cheese. Oh my.
I like steamed broccoli with a little bit of lemon juice.
I like steamed broccoli with no lemon juice.
I have it without it too. I like it both.
I don't need to be any more sour than I already am. So, but Glenn, I'd never heard of deep fried Oreos until the kids was talking about them one day. I thought, who in God's name is deep fried Oreo cookie? But they dunk it in pancake batter and throw it in their deep fry oil. Oh my goodness!
Have you ever had them that was coated with white chocolate?
Yeah.
I like them.
I eat them. I'm not a big fan of white chocolate like I used to be, but
I ain't had none in a long time, so I don't know.
I got sick one time. I was probably a teenager or something or other, and got sick. I just don't like white chocolate that much anymore. I like chocolate covered pretzels. I used to eat them chocolate covered pretzels, that white chocolate covered pretzel, and eat them by the bag full when Grandma made them. And I can't hardly stand to eat them anymore.
Now, I've never tried the white chocolate pretzels. I've tried the regular chocolate pretzels, and I wasn't a fan of them. Now, I like the chocolate covered peanuts.
Yeah, chocolate covered cherries are probably my favorite.
Yeah. Them are delicious too.
I love white chocolate.
And
I like chocolate covered strawberries.
The white chocolate Reese's, like the trees or hearts. The hearts is the best. Well, either one of them, but they're good.
Never had them.
They good.
The what?
The white Reese's hearts or trees.
Oh yeah.
White chocolate Reese's.
Reese's is my regular Reese's is probably my favorite candy all the time.
Glenn likes them pretty good.
Yeah.
Too.
I don't eat them like I used to. I mean, when I was 20 years ago, I'd have to have me, 2 or 3 Reese's a week anyway. Especially when I was out in the truck, I'd most time have at least a pack of Reese's every day.
Oh, that's what I used to be.
What, I have a Boston accent? Is that what you're teasing me about? I never thought I had one.
Well, she used to. I'd have a bottle of Mountain Dew and a package of cupcakes for breakfast every day too, 20 years ago, but can't do that no more. I didn't have time to cook nothing. 2 little boys had to get up because my ex-wife would get up and leave about 3 in the morning to go to work, and then I'd get the boys up and take them to the babysitter and then go to work. And you get 2 little boys up, and try and get them fed and dressed, not wearing 14 different socks and shoes, and it was just a mess.
Yeah, getting them kids up is something pretty
See-
hard.
See what Billy said?
Uh-uh.
You have to read it. I can't. I can't.
I don't think I have an accent.
He's talking about Sharon saying horses.
Oh yeah, horses.
Yeah.
Horses. The reason I know is because Chris kept telling her, say horses again. She made her say it over and over.
Well, Sharon hadn't looked at her and said, horses, you jackass.
No doubt. Chris just absolutely loved it.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
How many miniature donkeys you got, Glenn?
How many what?
Miniature donkeys you got?
Donkeys.
Just one. And it ain't really a miniature, it's full grown.
I'm a full grown you.
I
That's
had a,
right, you a full grown jackass.
You remember that tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And tonight.
I was waiting for that. You are on the
I got
poo-poo
an older,
list.
older couple down the road here, got 40 acres. They ain't gonna be able to take care of it no more. They ain't got no kids around here or nothing, which is sad because it's a nice piece of property. House is kind of outdated, but they got a miniature donkey over on they come get. I said, well, I could use that for my cows, but she gets out over at their house all the time. They got electric fence. I'm like, well, how's she getting out? Well, she comes from eating all the dog food. And fix your fence, or I don't know. If she gonna be like a damn goat, I don't want her. You know, fence won't hold water, won't hold a goat.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
That
I
right,
love
Desiree?
our goats.
Huh?
Our goats has been here.
I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture from my app so I can get some points. Sorry. I just want to get this taken care of. Trying to get the receipts out of my wallet. I earned points on my. Oh, Sugar Shack. What did I just do? I earned points on my receipt, and I get so many points, I get free gift cards. So I'm aiming for every time you go to the grocery store or a fast food restaurant, you take your receipt and you scan it in this app, and it accumulates points, and then you can get a free gift card. So right now, I've got 43,000 points. When I get to 50,000, I get a free $50 gift card to Amazon or whatever gift card I want. That's in the app. It is.
Do your thing and show me later. Finish your.
All right. If I send you the link, right, and you use it with the code that I give you, I get points and you get points, but you have to scan a receipt in order to get the points. So I would get $4,000 if you
$4,000.
4,000 points.
Wow. You
I
get
was going
$4,000.
to say, hey, sign me up for that. I could use $4,000.
I have all kind of people I can send to get $4,000. Shit, I'll pay this tomorrow.
If I get $4,000, how many people can I get up so I can get a new car and I can get rid of this car, pay off my townhouse, sell this place, and move the hell out of Florida?
That's what I was saying. I'll pay the farm off tomorrow. Shit. Yeah, I'm here.
But you scan your you scan it, and then they have like a they have a page. Hold on. They have a page, and on that page, ooh, I got 101 points. I got Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and I got cran raisins, so I got 101 points. But on this thing, on this app, let me see. Hold on. So right now I got 44,000 points.
What the hell you
So
keep looking at over there?
on this app, oop, hold on. See if I can put it this way. On this app, they have a page, and it gives you different things. And if you just happen to buy something, you get points for certain things. So, like toilet paper and paper towels by Scott's, you get so many points. There's wine ones, certain beer ones, sometimes body shampoo, body soap, or no, body, what is it called?
Body wash.
Body wash. Yeah. And then like um, the Bob Evans things you
Mashed
get.
potatoes and macaroni.
Yeah, mashed potatoes, macaroni, the side dishes. So you spend so much money on that, and you get so many points. So I'm $7.50 away from 2,000 points on that right there.
Well,
So
Billy,
this,
when you going to go pick it up?
I guess I should read the chat, shouldn't I?
No.
No.
Yeah, play my game. I like one key of clearing my board. So.
Yeah, she's over there playing a game instead of being over here doing what she's supposed to do.
what game are you playing, Miss Antisocial?
Township.
Yeah, I played.
I'm gonna fix it.
5 tries.
I'm gonna fix a YouTube channel for Township so that I can video her playing. I can get about 30 hours a day of video that way.
Hey, everybody else has got less than $100. I got 5,000. So.
You know?
Yeah.
I can get
Josh,
about 30 hours of video a day of you playing.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I deleted my special code. So on this other code that if I send it to you, you would get 2,000. Get 2,000 points. Give 2,000 points if I refer a friend.
What's it for?
It's basically you're scanning
Well,
any
if you was
receipt.
over here paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention to, April, you'd know, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Yeah,
There you go, Glenn. I got it for you, old buddy.
Thank you. I'm
April,
glad somebody's helping me pay attention.
Yeah, watch this. He's getting ready to hit the floor.
April,
Yeah.
if you go to any fast food place or any grocery store, Walmart, Lowe's, or whatever, you scan the receipts, you get points on the receipts. Certain ones, like fast food place, you get 25 points. But on the groceries, sometimes you pick up something that's on the list that you don't know that's on the list, and you can earn points. And it's called the app is called My Rewards. No, Fetch. So I'm sending Josh the link. I gotta text it to him. Let's see.
Well, Billy, I hope it's soon so we can start getting you up here with us.
April and Glenn. I think it might be under you, Glenn. I'm not sure, but I'm sending it also to you guys.
Okay.
So if you guys use it and use that link and you sign up, then what happens is as soon as you scan one receipt that you got like within a month, I think you have like a month that month in order to scan them. So you scan your receipts and then you can just check your receipts and it keeps track of your points. So like I said, it could be 25 points to whatever. And I just got 101 points and 76 of my points was for Ben and Jerry's ice cream, a pint of Jerry's Ben and Jerry's. So you never know what it is. It could be Dove body wash. My girlfriend got so many points. It could be Scotch paper towels and toilet paper. That's another one. Oops. What did I just do? Did I not send it to you guys? It went into draft? What the hey? It went into draft. No, go back. Here we go. Alright. Send. Alright, so I sent it to both Josh and to April and Glenn number.
Okay.
I think it's Glenn. It might be Glenn's phone. I'm not sure. So I have you guys down as April and Glenn. Or it could have gone to your phone. I don't know which. It's one of the phones.
Did you send it through Messenger?
Through text messaging. If you don't have me on my phone, then Glenn might. Or if this, I don't even know if this phone number is still. Maybe this phone number is still good.
Yeah, Glenn's had the same phone number forever.
Okay.
Forever and ever.
Did you send it to me?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, I went out and peed on a weed.
I knew you
Feed on the
did.
weed.
Yeah, I knew you did. Let's see. I'll give you the last four
No,
digits.
okay, there it just came through.
Okay, good.
It says, "See you, lazy."
Thank you.
Hey, raise up our
8269 April. The last four
That's
digits.
that's me.
Okay, so it'll go to you
Okay.
in text message. Josh just got his, so you should be getting yours.
Okie doke.
Oh,
And on that app, there's a section on it that's like when you go to load up, it's basically going to be like discover, and then there's brands, and you just scroll down to all the different things on there, and you don't even have to follow that. You can just buy whatever. Like one time, I got barefoot wine, and I ended up getting like 2,000 points or something like that. For a bottle of barefoot wine.
Oh
So
heck.
you just scan the little barcode
You
thingy
just
at the bottom,
all
or
you
what?
do no, all you do is you scan the whole receipt. There'll be a little camera right. Oops, right.
We're over here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find a no glare. You see this little button right here in the middle, the orange button?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You would click on that, and then it would bring up a window. Hold on. It would bring up this where it says
Put her up there.
snap and e-receipts. So you would click snap, and then you just take your camera and you put it over your receipt like this, and you snap the receipt. I don't know if you can
Okay.
see it. There you go. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm under social. Let me go back to Discover, and then let me hit on the camera. Okay. So you would just this button right here. Oops. Go back. Ah. The orange little button. Where it
Yeah.
Okay.
says snap. You just take that and you take your camera and you put it over your receipt like this, and then your receipt's under here, and then you hit snap, and it'll take a picture of it. If it's a long receipt, then you just move your camera down to the bottom half and you hit snap again. And then what happens is I don't have okay. So then this is what it would be, right? And these three buttons right here would be like date, time, and store date and time,
Yeah.
and they'll light up green. And once they're green, then you just hit this button and hit submit. Not this one. There'll be a different button, and it'll say submit, and then or down in the corner it'll say submit on one of these two corners, and you just hit that, and then it'll process it and kick it up to whatever amount of points you got, and then you'll go to rewards. If you go to rewards, there's I hate white background, but in rewards it's like my rewards, use points, categories, and all of these are different like where you can get cards, gift cards. So you earn so many points, and then after so many points you reach, if you want a gift card
Oh,
that's like
watch
$10, you can get a gift card for $10.
No. I was watching her.
But I've already got 44,000 points saved for just scanning receipts that I would just throw away. So I want the gift card. I want a $50 gift card from Amazon. That's what I want.
I hear you.
Exactly.
I'm 6,000 points away from that. Yep.
Son of a bitch.
It takes a while, but hey, if I can get something for free, why not?
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't usually do any other thing with apps, so No other reward apps or anything like that.
Good. No, it just was sticky.
Yeah, I hadn't never messed with none of them. I don't know enough about them to do anything.
Yeah, that one is just like scan. Take a picture of it through the program, not through your regular camera.
Yeah,
Through the program only, and then it'll add up. Like I said, I got 76 points just for having Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
No. Okay, these two are tired. It's 1:16 in the morning. You think we should let them go, Josh? And Billy Joe? You think we should let them go to sleep?
I think so, because I'm getting ready to crash.
I know.
I started to say I can just turn the camera off and they'll go back or lay back here and y'all just keep right on going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to talk some more, Josh?
Oh,
You ready? You ready to crash, Josh, or you want to hang out and just let them time? Give them some time, some hours time.
what you got there? Fly trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yep. Is that the little round yellow one barrels? Like
yeah,
the old timey ones?
yeah.
Nice, Billy Joe. Is that selling it back to the grid or is that savings?
Oh. No, he don't sell back. His is off grid.
Oh, that's right.
He don't have no power line running in there to where he can sell back to. So
then how did he make? How did he make $875?
because he ain't had to pay no power bill all summer.
So he's saved.
All year.
He's saved.
Yep.
I was stabbing myself in the thumb.
Billy, I've looked at AliExpress a little bit, but I'm scared of them.
People use them.
I know a lot of people uses them, but
they're a lot like Wish.
well, they're China based.
So is Wish.
Yeah,
so I'm scared that I order something and they'll take my money and I won't ever see nothing back.
Careful, Josh.
Yeah, you don't never know what. I mean, they're not as bad as Wish, but sometimes you can order and you don't.
Billy Joe, I wish I didn't have to pay a bill.
The stuff I'm looking at, it's I'm looking at $1,000 to $2,500 worth of stuff that I'm wanting to order.
Yep.
Billy said, "What something Wish there?"
Yeah, I have my wish list up on Amazon. There's my wish list.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a few things on Amazon that I'd like to be able to get, but it's things that's gonna have to wait a while.
Yeah.
Lazy Acres Homestead Channel gonna have to get to doing better before I can buy any of that stuff.
Yeah, my list is not bad. I think the most expensive thing I have on my list is like $40. Everything else is under.
I know I got to get out here and start back making some videos and stuff to go on that channel and see if I can't get it to going a little better. Which
I'm still trying to hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah, Josh is still trying to get to 1,000 subs.
He just said make sure if you're on Alley, you got the people selling needs to have been there for at least a year. If you're ordering from that.
Well, what I've been looking at, some LifePod 4 nearly 300 amp hour batteries and them things. I ain't gonna have to worry about ordering them for a long time. At the price they want for them, I can't afford them.
Oh, I lied. I've got something expensive on here. I got a few things on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna eventually someday one of those cricket machines. And the press that goes with it.
I'd love to have one of those. Absolutely love to.
I started to get you one a couple of years ago, and you backed out and wouldn't get it.
Oh shit!
What'd you do? You stuck to the fly trap?
No, I dropped the damn thing.
Oh, okay.
Now it's stuck to everything else.
Ah.
Boy, I used to hate that when I was a kid, go running through a house or something, and when I'm smack you right upside the face and across the top of the head.
Up there in the barn.
Mm.
Billy said Glenn looked up battery hookup. That's where he always.
Yeah.
That's his best
There's
YouTube thing to do.
the ones that the best ones they got right now, Billy's only like 70 some amperes, and 4 of them is $200, so $50 a piece there. Now here, while the other week they had some what was it, Volvo? I forget what car batteries they had, but they had a good deal on some car batteries, but they was $1,500. But I really liked the ones that they had. It had 6 individual packs in them that was already set up in 16S series.
Did you get unstuck from the fly tape?
Billy, I usually check battery hookup pretty much on a daily basis, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day.
Trust me, he ain't lying because he comes in here and says, "Guess what I found? Guess what I found?"
But like I said, most time when they got that stuff in, Glenn ain't got the money. The lithium battery pack, them 3 lithium battery packs I've got already, they came from battery hookup. And I used your friend's code, so he got a little money.
They keep laying on my daggum spit bottle.
No wonder. Flies like that.
Mm-hmm.
My brother uses them things, and I hate. I don't know why, but I hate picking them up and having to throw them away.
The bad part, Billy, a lot of them that's ordering from them, they're ordering the grade A, but a lot of them's coming back and they're finding out that they're the B grade.
Yeah, Alan uses his and just leaves them sitting everywhere. I told him,
I put a little on mine.
Things, throw them away.
I put a little on mine, use it for a few days, and grab me a new one.
I was watching a thing the other day, Billy, where they said that them on AliExpress and stuff like that, them LifePod 4 batteries over in China is what they're using in a lot of their cars. And they didn't make the grade for the automobile, so they're selling them off as grade A and grade B, but they really ain't a grade A from what they was saying, because the grade A would have went into the car. So, about every one of them's got some kind of little defect or something. They didn't make a good enough grade to get on the car shelf.
Ain't that who you bought the battery from? His link was Will Prowse?
No, David Pauls.
Well, he's saying Will. I don't know.
Yeah, I've watched Will a lot on there too. He does a lot of good reviews, but he makes me kind of mad getting them new batteries in and cutting them apart, and I'm sitting here wondering what he's doing with all of them afterwards. I'd like to go out there and load up my truck with a load of them things that he's cut up and bring back and make me a good big battery pack out of all them 12-volt ones he's cut open.
No doubt.
Who's listening to something?
What?
Josh, is that you?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought maybe you had something running in the background, or is that April?
No, I ain't got nothing on. I'm not doing nothing but watching y'all. I'm getting ready to lay down though. And let y'all talk all y'all want to.
Yeah, David does a lot of the DIY stuff, and he's got videos of on a lot of the batteries at battery hookup, where he's got the batteries and stuff and built the battery packs out of. He's affiliated with them, so if you order anything from battery hookup, if you put in David Paul's on the code as the code there, you get 5% off or something like it.
All right, y'all go to bed, get some rest.
Yeah, you guys go to bed.
Yeah,
It's because I need to get up, start getting back up early in the mornings. I'm gonna have to break this wanting to stay up all night and sleep half the day.
no doubt. I think it was.
And now that you're starting to feel so much better than you were a
Yep.
few weeks ago.
Yeah, if I
Okay.
can just get this soreness out of the
Yeah, you
around
will.
the belly button and the rib cage,
Yeah.
I'll be doing a whole lot better.
You will. It'll go away. It just takes a little bit of time. It doesn't go away right away. Trust me.
Yep.
But
When
I
do you go
told
back
you,
to Dr. Glenn?
Wednesday.
Are they going to fix all your holes and whatnot, or
From my understanding, they,
No
it's just going back for a checkup, and the
See
holes
how
has
it's
got to
healing.
heal up from the inside out.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
got to
put
itch
tape
like.
on there that they said was like your skin, and when it comes time for it to come off, it'll start rolling up. You cut it off, but they said do not pull it off. So, and you can't get it wet.
That's got to itch like crazy.
It does itch. I've had mine out 3 years ago, and I still have phantom itches.
Oh
I
God!
know. When I got shot, mine itched for, and every once in a while, this has been a couple, well, good night. Been a great while. But when I got shot, I still get every once in a while to start itching. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, mine
When?
itches
Yeah.
right
How did
underneath
you
the
get
breastbone,
shot?
up there, that one, that hole up at the top.
How did I get shot? I was in the army.
In the army. Okay.
Were you deployed or?
Yeah. I
I bet
I
that
get
hurt.
I can show you one scar, but you don't want to see the other one. It went in. It went in through my butt cheek and came out my leg.
Oh God.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, went in my butt cheek, came out my leg in 2 places.
Mm.
It wasn't no fun. It didn't.
Don't sound like it.
Well, I
It
bet
didn't really
not.
hurt as much as it probably scared me more than it hurt. But then once I was able to get up, move around, and then sit down, that's when if I sit wrong, that's when it hurt.
I bet it
Just
did.
the bouncing on it is what hurt. You know, we driving around and whatnot, and that's when it. Shoo, you got gauze that daggum deep on your butt cheek,
Ooh.
keep from bleeding out of it. And I used to have the pair of pants. I think I told Glenn about it. I used to have the pair of pants right
You
here
told
somewhere.
me.
Had blood all over them. Boy, howdy, rough stuff.
Yep.
But it was clean in and out. And I had that big old scar, big old purple line about that wide across the back of my leg. And you could see a line that was about a little bit bigger than a pencil, high off the top of my back of my leg, where the bullet went in and came out. Where it was all swole up there.
Yeah, Billy, we know you ain't traveled much.
All right, let's shut them off. They're turned off.
Yeah,
No more.
I'm gonna bail out. I'll see y'all.
All
When?
righty.
You have a
April.
good night.
Good night, Billy Joe.
Good night, Billy Joe. We love
He said
you
they're getting ready to put cucumbers in soon. All right.
We'll see
Bye,
y'all.
Miss Diaz.
Today is Saturday.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be good night, Billy Bob.
Well, it's actually Sunday morning.
Well, that's true. It is Sunday morning.
Yep.
Yep.
What was
Good
that?
night,
Billy
Mary
Bob
Ellen.
and John Boy and
Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night,
There
Grandpa.
you go. She's doing it for you.
yep.
All righty. Well, guys, we love you. Thank you for being here. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.